It's time, Jeff.
We're here. It's Saturday night. What are we doing tonight? Oh, yeah. Hey, we're going to play this great Battles of American Civil War stuff. I forgot all about that. And yes, it will be Gettysburg. And no, you guys do not have this module. You have you can get the original one, but this one here I don't think's popped yet. This is just a test play version, and not everything's in here yet. So, oh wait, before we get started, because I was reminded. 19th of October in Gettysburg. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, we've already got 4 or 5 people other than us that have said they're coming to Gettysburg on October 19th. Nord has promised to bring a horse. The 21st is the rain out in case the 19th doesn't work. It's in October. You got plenty of time to think about it. If you're going to be in the area or thinking about going to Gettysburg, it'll be a great time to come hang out. Tour guide Phil's going to be with us, which, by the way, that's part 2 of the announcements. Next Saturday night, tour guide Phil is going to be on the channel here with us, and we're going to just talk smack. That's all we're going to do. Get to know what he's all about, because he's just like the rest of us, only with great battlefield knowledge. So he's a wonderful fellow. All right, so we're gonna play some simple rules tonight, so that everybody can start getting an understanding of how wonderful this actually is. We're not going to throw in all of the specified rules for the scenario. The scenario we have set up is it's in their battle book, but they don't have it in this Vassal mod. So what I did was I took the Pickett's Charge scenario, which has all the maps in it, and deleted all the counters off the board and put the setup for Terrible Swift Sword with Buford and Reynolds. And this one starts at the where's the turn thingy? Starts at 9 o'clock.
9 a.m. Yeah.
9 a.m. in the morning. All right. So everybody, Heath is already in their face, and he's getting ready to start his attack. And you'll see that Pettigrew and Brockenbrough are already on the map too. But you can see that Davis is north of the Turnpike and Archer is south of the Turnpike. And that's where they'll start to fight from. Now, I want everybody to keep in mind that in the simple rules, if you've played regular GBACW, you have extended lines for units of certain strength. You don't necessarily have to use those in this game. And when the final version comes out, you probably have the broken down counter. So when you guys see that advertisement for the counter sheets and everything, a lot of that's going to be the singleized artillery counters, probably some of the regiment breakdowns. I really don't think there's a ton of informational counters that are going to be on that sheet. So it's just so you can have, and the reason why there's so many is because look at all the games they're putting in there. So that's what you're going to get. So before we get going, Todd, how you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you in a couple days.
Yeah, I'm excited to give this a go. All good.
Be nice.
Got my robe on, keeping me warm.
Camp fell asleep already.
Yeah.
No, he's all right, let's see all chat. Nord, Long. Who else is out there? Slavi. We see him small too. Tenzels. Eric. Joe Perez. Joe, good to see you, buddy. Meandering Mikey-san. Paul's in. Ross is hiding and lurking in the background. Anybody else lurking in the background? Come on, there's already 25 people watching this.
People.
I want to know who everybody is before we start.
Ray, everybody. Charles, Joe, Eric, Tim.
Hexy's taking attendance.
Where's my buddy Chuck?
Chuck's here. He's here.
Yeah,
a couple of
there
he is. He's there. Charles, get out your paints. Sitting back, watch.
Arthur's here. We got him.
All right. So we're going to start. Pico, Greg, how you doing? Randy, good to see you here. Oxide. Yeah, I wonder who all you people are that I don't see your names pop up. So this is going to be. We'll do our best. So Camp and Todd, they've read through the rules. They and Alan, didn't you say you were starting to do something today with it? Or?
Yeah, I was starting one of the smaller ones there to push them around and stuff, but I'm still going to be rusty. So, I'm still going to think, we need extended lines and collapsed units and all that fun stuff, but we don't.
So I've spent about 5 evenings playing it, little bits and pieces. Shard, how you? And just to sort of get a feel, it's not, don't have it mastered yet, but let me tell you something. It's not far from mastering the system. He's really, and I'm assuming they're done. I think he's done a wonderful job. And I think I might have had 3 questions for him the whole time. And matter of fact, one of my self-answered myself, didn't even really need to ask him, but you're going to keep a lot of you think of your command structure when you're playing GBACW from the overall, which usually would be, in this game, it would be Lee and Meade, okay? Down to your corps commanders, down to your division commanders, down to your brigade commanders, down to your units. However, it's not going to be as painful as it is in the real system, all right? So in this scenario here, so AC Hill's not on the map, okay? He would come in as a reinforcement on the next turn. We're not going to mess around with reinforcements tonight. There's really going to be no penalty, so to speak, in the start of this one here as far as activations. The most activations you can get in this game compared to the original system is 3. You can get up to 4 in the original system, but you can't get more than 3, can't get less than 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to run through the turn segment, which Todd has up on the screen there, okay? And just like in the game initiative phase, well, in this one here, Heath has the Confederates have the initiative. Heath is going to be the first chit drawn, and he's going to go into combat, all right? Then you go to your command phase. And in the command phase, if you want to attach artillery, much like the older system, you can attach, artillery batteries to brigades or divisions. But I think in this one here, what we've got is Devon's horse artillery, or the horse artillery is on the map attached to Buford. And I think you've got a first corps battery. Yeah, you got first corps battery. So when they would function like their own brigade. All right. And I haven't dug deep enough into the rules yet where you have to use the artillery activation marker. And I want to say for the Union, when they're at the divisional level or the corps level, they activate on the artillery marker. But what we're going to do is we're going to say that they're part of whatever, a brigade, or part of the division, and we'll activate them with that just to keep things simple. Because what we want to explain here tonight is how movement combat, want y'all to see it. We did the thing with Nathan where he was demoing it, but now we want to apply it ourselves and do it here. All right. Assign orders. Don't get confused about assigning orders in this game because there's 2 orders: reserve, march. All right. So we're going to scroll down to the bottom of the map where I've got march markers on those units down there. This is double days. You don't have to have, the only one that has to have a march order marker on it is the brigade commander. Instinct from GBACW, I just stuck it on all of them.
Okay.
And during the change orders phase, it's that simple. Oh, put him in march or put him in reserve. Reserve similarly works the way the big system does, where you put the units in reserve and then sometime in the middle of the night, they can try to recover losses. Losses is a much different thing in this game here, but we probably won't get to that, but you'll get to see march when we draw the chit. All right. Mark out of command leaders. All right. So what happens when you get a leader that's out of command is they're going to lose an activation. All right. And we actually do have somebody that's out of command right from the start. And both sides are doing it at the same time. Okay.
So we'll start with Confederates.
Yeah.
And remember to do the control thing so we see where you go.
All right. So we know where Heath is. Right there. All right. And it's movement points. Remember, movement points, not hexes. So right. Heath is sitting on the pike right there. He's got to reach Brockenbrough, which he's going to go. If he was from there, he would go 1, 2, 2.5. So Brockenbrough's in command. All right.
So just to help me remember, all leaders move as cavalry, right?
No. Well, they have. If you look at the terrain effects chart, leaders have their own column.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, thank you. And they have 10 movement. No, that's a different game. Never mind. All right.
No, you're right. They have 10.
Okay.
But your corps commanders or your OCs, they can move as much as 40.
All right.
Just like the original rules.
So Heath is our highest commander on the Confederate side.
Right. And he is a divisional commander.
Okay.
So Heath is again here, so he can go 1, 2, 3, 4. He hits Pettigrew. Pettigrew's in command. All right.
Okay.
He goes 1, 2 to Archer. Archer's in command. All right. So that was 3. Then he goes 1, 2, 3, and Davis. So all 4 of his brigades are in command.
Okay.
So they're not going to suffer any penalty. We didn't do the activation selection like you would normally do at the start of a turn, which you'll see that in the efficiency stuff. So we just gave them a set amount. I kind of guessed a little bit, but I'm trying to remember because I've already started playing this scenario. I'm 2 turns in already. And don't get me wrong, it plays faster than you think. I'm just making sure I get things right and not missing stuff. Okay.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we should go through like we were doing when we were playing the full, just go through each thing.
So why don't you guys do the first corps and the cavalry command check for the leaders? You're only checking leaders, not units.
Right. It's only leaders. Yep.
You don't check units until they activate.
Yeah. So if you're looking at Reynolds over here, starting at the top, because you always start at the top. Reynolds is way over here. Reynolds has got a range of,
Randy, you are correct.
Reynolds got a range of 7. Now his immediate division commanders are Wadsworth over here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's definitely in command. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
All right. So he's good. And while we're here, then Wadsworth direct brigade command. It's going to be Meredith down here. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So Meredith is good. But as Jeff was pointing out, we've got somewhere down here Stone coming on.
Okay.
Way down here. Now he's way out of command.
Yeah, and they were considered reinforcements. So your reinforcements are considered in command.
Okay.
Oh, for the first turn, they're in command for the first turn.
So they would have been. So we just, we've already assumed, well, in reality, so Reynolds would have. Okay, so Reynolds drew 3. Say he had 3 activations. So them being out of command, they would only get 2. Now march order doesn't work the same in this game as it did, as it does. I mean, it's similar, but instead of moving on one march order draw, they're going to move on individual march order draws. So Reynolds in reality he would have had 3 activations. So Wadsworth, I think he drew he drew a 1, and if you go back up to Reynolds, or Reynolds is on the map.
Yep, up here.
All right, Reynolds has a +1, so he would have passed that to Wadsworth, and that's why Wadsworth should have 2 in the cup.
Yeah, that's what we did before we started. Right.
And also on your brigade, your division, and your brigade commanders there, if you look, I got to look it in the book here. So you have an efficiency rating on your division commander. So Wadsworth has an efficiency rating, but it's 0. So he can actually, just like in the original game, he can increase activations with his efficiency rating, and the corps commanders can do it too. So if Wadsworth, if he had a +1 there, and
Wadsworth has a 1. The efficiency is the top number.
Yeah, for them.
The bottom number is ignored. The 0 is ignored. If that's brigade change order.
No, not on Wadsworth.
No, sorry, that's
Wadsworth, the division commander.
Sorry, no, it's reversed. It's reversed. That's the brigade coordination is the top number. That's right. And bottom number is efficiency rating.
Right. And then on your brigade leaders, that bottom right number is not used.
Yeah.
The order rating on brigade commanders. So you guys, when you see your units, because they're not going to change your leader units, if you look at that Gamble leader chit, he has a +1 in the bottom corner. In this game here, the simple rules, that order rating, which you use for brigade coordination, is not used.
Yeah.
Well, Ross, normally in all setups, they're all in command. That's why I was in Double Day. They had come in on as reinforcements, and they're moving to their command. So, yeah. But
Yeah,
we're
this is the
not.
first
We're,
one.
we're not. Screw that. We're not going through that. We're playing this as if we've been playing it for a couple turns, so that everybody can see how the chain of command works. So they're checking chain of command now for first corps, and they're going to check it for the cavalry.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, so that's first corps. So are we saying that what's his name down here? Doubleday is in or out of command?
We're saying he's part of the reinforcements that he's marching to, but I think we're only. I think he's only got. What we give him, one march order, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's in March, so he's technically not necessarily out of command. Okay.
Right.
That's fine. That's fine. All right. So now we got cavalry. Let's move on to the cavalry. So you got Buford right here.
Is it a very weird?
He's got a command range of 7. All right. Now Gamble is up here, well within range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you've got Devon, who 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I won't go through the row cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he is out of range.
Right. Okay. So he will get marked as out of command.
So he will be out of command.
Now, right. How does that affect? All right. So Devon's brigade just lost 1 activation.
Right.
And you can never double up on the loss of activation. So
okay.
Yeah, it's a maximum of 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Or minimum of 1, I should say.
All right. So that's so the command phase that you guys are used to in the original one has now been simplified. Now, granted, Ross pointed out, or they pointed out AP Hill. Who was that? Pointed out. Randy pointed out AP Hill's not on the map. And I think AP Hill's ratings are 0 anyhow. And the command structure, it's not the same, like I say, in the GBACW. As a matter of fact, he even states it in the book there somewhere. I think it's right here in the beginning, that your overall army and your corps commanders really have no effect other than they can improve the efficiency of units.
Yeah.
So they're not going to hurt them. They can improve them.
Yeah. So that's different from the full. That's different from the full rules where you did have some negative negative effects. Like they pointed out, AP Hill being off the board would actually be a -1.
Yeah, and right. And if you lay out like if you had if Heath was in command range of AP Hill, he would suffer that -1 automatically.
Yep.
So and Danny,
so
you're very much right.
You pointed out correctly, Jeff, that leaders only benefit. There's no they've cut out the whole detriment to units if they're not in range.
Right.
It's only they benefit or
and I think that the 3 maximum activations explains a lot of that. They reduce the activations. And once again, we're going from the super detailed crunchy monster rules to simplify. They're trying to simplify the game. And I've been playing it for 5 nights, and I'm seeing a battle unfold that I would expect.
Right.
All right, so we've marked everybody command. Devon's we know he's gonna lose 1 because he's out of command of his division leader.
Okay.
All right. No breastworks. We'll do that. All right. Efficiency phase, you'll start drawing that's where you draw your chits. We've already done it. And then we selected the AM pool. Heath is going to be the first one to move. He has the initiative. So that's how the command phase, the beginning of the return segment is simple as hell. I mean, they really, it's so easy to determine this. And when you get into reading about March and Reserve, it's not that deep. I mean, Reserve is actually tougher than March. Now, keep in mind, in this game here, March is not the same as the real game where you drew 1 March chit and you moved everybody up to 4 movement segments. Not in this one here. You draw 1 March chit, who's ever in March order gets to execute one movement segment. And then you got to wait for the next March chit. Now, it all works the same way. You can move whatever order you want, but you're just not going to move them all their movement segments at 1 turn. And I actually like that better than I do the original one. So.
Yeah. And then you also don't have the attack order. You only have the march order and the reserve order, which is different.
Right.
But we'll get into the attack. It's still there. It's just not an order.
Right.
Okay.
Wait till we get to casualties.
Okay.
That's going to be the mind-blowing one, I think, for a lot of people. So no, right, nor not anymore. There might be 3 March order chits in the cup. And then what you would do is you would just, like say with the out of command stuff, that's how you would determine how many movements, how many of those March orders that formation. But we've only got 1 in the cup on this first turn. So they're only going to get 1 activation, and they're only able to move 1 movement segment, anybody in March order, which is only double days, guys. If this was later in the game and we had 14 different formations coming on, might be a different story. We'd probably have all 3 activations in there. And that would be your normal standard.
What are the efficiencies in this part? What are we doing?
Oh, well, because we just set them, but you would do your normal efficiency. You would throw the chits in the cup just like you do in the real game. And you would say, okay, I'm picking for Longstreet. You'd pick an efficiency marker out of the cup, out of there, and you would put it on Longstreet's, just like you would do in the regular game.
Okay. And again, can we talk about what that is? Someone may not know what that
means.
Yeah.
So your efficiencies determine the number of activations that formation is going to get. So if pull that chart up for the Confederates or the Yanks, one of the two.
Is that in which
rule? You just had it up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Hold on.
ZM charts. Yeah.
All right. So let's say you were drawn for AP Hill right there, and you picked a chit out of the cup, the Confederate side. You drug it up there and dropped it on AP Hill. All right. Flip it over so you can see it. All right. So AP Hill. Now, I want y'all to understand what you're looking at here. This is not the simple rules chart.
Yeah, this chart.
I don't know if they're making them, any different. And you see how it says optional above the minus one, -1. It says optional. So in the simple rules, you're not applying this. So AP Hill in general, he's a 0-0. He's not going to affect anything. So everybody in AP Hill's core is going to get 2 activations. That would be what that chit represents. And in this case, if Heath's efficiency was a +1, he could boost his activations to 3. And that's what that does. Just the same. It works the same as in the original game, except for, like I say, in this one here, you don't have to. The core and aren't OC leaders. They don't affect negatively.
Okay, so Jeff, are you saying we're just giving these guys each of them 3 just to?
Yeah, we gave 3 and then 2 to the Union side.
Okay.
And I kind of, because I set up a scenario, but I can't remember what it was. But
okay,
and that's actually in the start of the scenario in the playbook. They spell that out for this particular one. So
okay,
for this turn, we've seeded this already just because that's the way it starts.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So then after you draw your efficiency, that's where you would pick your activation markers. And like I said, I think the March is always 3 that you'll put in the cup. But like I said, we only put 1 for the Union. We don't need any for the Confederates on this turn because they don't have any reinforcements on this first turn. So what you're going to see here is we're going to mess around with Heath, and we're going to mess around with Buford and Reynolds. And then the Doubleday units coming up. So you should get a fairly reasonable picture of how the activation segment works. Okay. All right. So movement and rally phase. Oh, I'm going to go my chart since you got it covered. All right. Movement and rally phase for each brigade. Now, all right. So you remember in the old system, you would activate a brigade. All right. You would move it. You would conduct all your fire, all your shock, all that stuff. You would do that all with the 1 brigade. And then you would go to the next brigade. All right. You'd have approach fire, which I know, Nord, you're going to throw a fit over, but I'm telling you, it works. Amazingly enough, it does work. You don't have that approach fire like you did in the previous system. All right. It's a little bit of a different version here. So in this game here, what you're going to do is, so Heath is going to be the first activation. All those brigades are going to activate at the same time. You're going to conduct all your movement, and then you're going to conduct all your combat type stuff. All right. So the first thing is okay, we're saying Heath is activated. Here. So Monsieur Heath is activated. We know that all his brigades in command. So the first thing you're going to do is, and I'm going to try, I might do the first one, and then we'll spread the word.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to activate Archer. All right.
Okay.
All right. Now, first thing you're going to do with Archer is you're going to check command of the units. When you keep in mind, You don't check units during the command phase. You check them when they're activated, the units. Has the same thing here. If the units are adjacent to each other in a chain, much like all of Archer's units are all side by side, and one of them is in command, they're all in command. So Archer's brigade is completely in command. So I'm golden with him. I am going to start moving. Now, you've got, we'll call it two forms of movement. This is where the attack posture comes in. All right. Think of in the original game, when you put a formation into attack, their movement's cut in half. All right. But they can move and fire. If you don't put them in attack, you cannot close to zone of control of an enemy or to their frontal hex. Their two frontal hexes of an enemy. You can't go adjacent to these guys. Oh, sorry. You can't move into the adjacent hexes. And you can either move or you can fire, which if you remember, if you were in advanced mode in the original game, that was your options. You could either move or you could fire. So Archer's too far out. So what I'm going to do is I want to move, and he's got 6 movement factors. We know the woods are 2. The gradual slopes on this one don't affect anything. I noticed they did in the Death Valley one I was playing that. So I'm going to start moving them forward. Now, you got to keep in mind, you still want to keep Archer within command of Heath. Heath will move at any time during one of these brigade activations. All right. So I'm going to start moving him 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to close the gap a little bit. 5, 6. All right.
And so everybody, while he's doing that, just as a reminder, I'm kind of the noob here, so I'll talk for the noobs. But each game comes with its own terrain effects chart. They generally are going to be, pretty consistent, but there'll be some features, like Jeff said, that will be different. That how they make it unique to that battlefield, which is pretty cool. But each one has a terrain effects chart that is unique to like Gettysburg. So
right.
So that's something there to look for there. And
now for Nord, his approach fire question. See those cannons sitting right there, Nord? They will be able to fire approach fire at that unit I moved in there because he's within 3. All right. But you don't do it while they're moving in. All right. And then I'm going to move Archer up. And like I say, you got to keep in mind when you're moving the whole division. So you got to make sure you put your leaders where they're still going to be in command range of Heath at the end. So you have to. So coordination is still here. Command is still here. You're moving all 4 brigades, and you got to make sure that Heath can reach all those leaders, and the leaders can reach their units when it's done.
You're welcome, Danny.
All right, so there, I'm done. Now, I moved Archer. All right.
Yeah. Another thing to point out that's similar to the existing rules is the movement that he just did was similar to the advanced movement that you would do with the full rules. So in this case, that last unit, what is it, 7 Tennessee? He can't shoot at that artillery, just like the old game. This is what he just did is advanced movement, so he can't do any shooting. Now, if he was close enough, he could have just fired with the units and not moved, much like the other game as well, the regular rules as well.
Right.
So,
all right. So let me ask a question real quick to make sure. So you can either move or shoot in this. Is that right?
In advance.
Okay.
In the regular movement, unless you
regular
choose
movement.
attack posture.
Okay, got it. All right, go ahead, Camp. I'll move someone else. I'm going to keep kind of doing the board here.
Yeah, we'll let Todd move since he's just coming around to it. We'll let Todd move one of the back formations. And Camp, why don't you take Davis?
You want me to take Davis? All right.
Yeah. So and while he's going through he's going to check his command. You treat your. I don't know if I took. I don't think I took the extended line markers off in my game.
No, you've. I was going to say, do we want those extended line markers on there?
Yeah, so they can see it. Let's leave them in there. But when they fire separately. So that 10 unit.
They're treated like their own unit.
Exactly for the fire combat stuff.
Yeah. All right, so let's see, Davis.
And I will say, you guys do not have to use the extended markers and you may not want to, because in close combat in this game, because you're not jumping into a hex and melee, okay? It's just fire, and when you do it, if you are in attack posture, you can fire everything. in the hex.
So they're going to go up 1, 2, right? Orchard is still 1, right? I haven't memorized the.
Yeah, Orchard's 1.
All right, so there's 2 to there. Crossing the stream, either +1, yeah. So that's going to be 3, 4, and we'll go 5, 5, and 6. We'll try to skirt the cannons.
All right.
Like
I know
that.
that's Nord off to no end right there, because those cannons could have shot in the original game. Those cannons could have shot at him.
I think it's, I mean, I don't have enough experience with the old one. I think it's pretty important. This is kind of a different game.
Yeah. Now, in defense of those cannons, facing change doesn't cost anything. You'll notice he can spin all over the map he wants. It doesn't cost anything. So when we go to the fire, those cannons, if they want to, that cannon on the right, he'll be able to rotate and shoot.
Hey, Camp, when you're moving this guy across the creek, I want to understand how extended line affects movement and stuff, please.
I think, and this is Jeff, I haven't really studied up on the new extended line stuff, but I think it's just whatever's the highest cost in front of the 2 hexes that you're moving, much like the old one.
+1, right? So that's going to be 2.
So it's a +1, so it's going to be 2 going across here for both of them.
So they both pay the highest cost.
Yeah, extended lines is on the back page of the Gettysburg rules.
Yeah. I think they're pretty much like the other ones, except for the combat, as you mentioned before. But for the movement, it's pretty much the same on there.
And they got to end in adjacent flanks.
Yeah.
Now, I would recommend that when you guys get this, don't just leave the extended markers off, because it is listed in the optional rules. So and you're going to find too, like I say, that there is no modifier for density when you're getting shot at. And on this next turn, when Davis closes on the cavalry there, if that unit is a strength of, 12, if that extended line marker's in there and he closes, and when he goes to do fire, if he's in attack, which he'd have to be in attack posture to move adjacent, he won't. Nord, you're right, 7 strength points is the max, but he'll be able to fire all 12. So that's kind of similar to your extended line, where both get to fire together at the same unit.
Yeah. All right. So this extended line is an optional thing. So when I first get this game, I'll just keep everyone. So those 3 units will be adjacent to each other, probably, right?
Yeah. You'll just exactly.
Okay. Well, I don't have to be adjacent.
Now, right now, if those guys, let's say they were firing and not moving from where they are, each one of those would have to fire 6 and 6. And they don't combine.
Well, yeah. He says that because that's a 12 and you half it. So this one would be 7 and that would be 6. Okay. All right, go ahead. Keep moving.
Right. Let's keep moving to this. All right, so let's go to the next one. And this one we'll see a little bit, Todd, where you could have a differential with the movement on the first movement. So if I take, what is this, the 2nd Mississippi right here, and move him, you notice the extended line is across Willoughby's Run. So if he moves up across here, that's going to cost 2 points.
Yep.
And that's going to be 2 points for him as well.
Okay.
Because they're an extended.
Yeah, they're all
line.
1 unit. So okay.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll go 2, 3, 4.
No, Randy, they cannot in this one.
5.
And we'll talk about what Ross said about charge here. Probably not this turn.
All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's just go that way. 1, 2, 3. Keep the line together. 1, 2, 4, 5.
Okay, I am curious on, maybe it doesn't matter. We'll come to it. Never mind.
And you can move, if you have units stacked together, you can move the stack as 1.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's new. That's new.
How does the we'll probably get to that, Nordic. What is the stacking again?
15. Well, it's still the same thing. It's 15 strength points
for 1
in
unit.
a hex for infantry, plus a artillery battery. Okay. That's for infantry and artillery. Of course, cavalry and infantry can't stack. Cavalry can stack up to 7.
Okay.
With 1 battery, and then artillery 2 batteries.
Okay.
Can stack together up to 12 points.
Okay.
Up to 12 points, I believe it is. Let me look
And
it up.
Nord, to answer your question, at the start of the phase, and then at the start of movement, they can mount or dismount, and then they get half of whatever the movement allowance is of the new posture they're in. So if that cavalry mounted on their first movement phase, they would get half of whatever the mounted movement cost is.
Yeah, real quick, Dale's mentioning he's got the test material. There was a request on Facebook, probably under the GBACW group. If you're interested in helping, he's asking for help with the by swords and bayonets right now in the Death Valley. He's going to get to the other 2 later, but he wants to start getting play tested on that. So he can start kind of get it going here before, it's too late. So he's sends out you a nice packet. We all got it here. So.
Yeah.
So
and we need to pick it apart too, as best we can. If we find something that's not right, so that we can help him out, because you got to figure Nathan's handling all this rule stuff, I think, by himself, isn't he?
Seems like it. I mean, he's
I think he's lead on it, and everybody else is kind of play testing it, but he's the one who's consolidating it and administrating it and everything else.
All right. You want me to move?
Yep. Pick one of the 2 brigades back there and move away. And just like anything else, once you determine command status is good for the entire phase.
Okay. So when can artillery fire? Like when would I like?
Well, when you get into the you see down the list there, it says approach fire, then it says fire phase.
Oh, okay. So these cannons these guys right here, they can't even see anything, can they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they can. They have targets.
And their range is.
And so does the cannon behind the woods.
So the ends and the. Oh,
they are not part of this movement. They're a separate activation.
Oh.
And also in this game here, to move through a unit, it's 1 additional point.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then fine. Then I won't move those artillery then. And just.
This would be Pettigrew or Breckenborough infantry.
All right, I'm trying to think of what clever thing I want to do to be awesome here.
And also, like I say, I'm gonna say it again. Keep in mind when you're doing this, is we haven't moved Heath yet, so we know that Heath is going to have to move up to where he's within 4 movement points of Davis.
What's March allow you to do? I'm just curious what these guys down here are going to be able to do.
They'll get half on the roads.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So if these guys want to, so what I want to do, basically I want to head kind of down this direction here. Okay.
Well, now remember, you got to keep Heath in mind.
You got to keep in your command.
Oh, don't worry.
He's got something clever planned. That's what Archer said too.
So it doesn't cost anything. Basically, it doesn't cost anything to turn or anything. So you just.
You can spin all around if you want. Backflips, whatever you want to do.
1, 2. Yeah, I got to think about this too. Wow.
Yeah, see, you have to picture where because we know that Heath is going to at least have to go to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, because his radius is 4. So we know he's going to have to either be here or here.
Wow. Yeah, man, you can't really spread.
Now, because the road's not going to do him any good.
And if they're out of command, they're losing an activation. So it's not
on the next turn they will. So you can move. Yeah, you can go wherever you want.
Just know there's a cost.
Yep.
Well, this is interesting. Trying to figure out how to do what I want to do here. I mean,
yeah, because I think Pettigrew's initial attack, was through this area over here.
Yeah.
It was, but he was after Archer because Archer went in first with, grandeur, and he got captured, and his whole brigade melted away. And then Pettigrew came in and slammed into the.
Doug, how you doing? 45 people on here observing. Say hello. I have not seen 45 people. Just say hello. You don't say nothing else. Just say hello so we know who's here. Terry Doty's checked in on Facebook. Rich Campbell has checked in on Facebook. There's a few names I haven't seen pop up yet here tonight. Like, where's William Campbell?
Wait, does it cost to move up slope?
No, not gradual.
Not here. Not with gradual slopes.
Okay, so
That big funny looking Stackley scritchy mark you've got.
So right, this guy right here.
Yeah, that costs to go up and down.
Okay.
This is a side note. That whole area that he's moving down now is actually residential houses, unfortunately.
Yes, we will be forming square a lot in this game.
Pettigrew, they have 10 movement. Is that right?
Yeah, Now keep in mind, look at Pettigrew's command radius.
I got it.
So he doesn't necessarily have to go over there with his units. That's good. I know what you were thinking, weren't you?
So do you, when you're counting their 4, when they're going, do they still have to count the 1 to move through those guys or no?
No, leaders don't. Leaders pay no penalty for that.
Okay, well, that's an interesting thing there. So, and I only have to be able to contact one of my guys.
That's right.
That's a road too, by the way.
Yep. And leaders are interesting because, and we'll see that the first time we disorder somebody.
No, I'm going to give whoever's leading Heath. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's the same thing, Joe. It's movement points for the leader to the units. Stuart, what's up, buddy?
So that's all these little road things are pretty much half for the leaders. So
exactly. Yeah.
So
you could actually double his range if they stay on the road.
Interesting. Okay. Well, interesting.
So you guys that are play testing, if you're in here tonight, make sure if you catch something that we've got, if you got the rule book and you're looking along with us, make sure you, if we get something wrong, tell us, and make sure we get it back to Nathan if we got something wrong in the rule book.
So if these guys, if I had changed the facing, do they all need to face the same direction? Like if
so in a stack, they have to face the same way.
Oh, the stack. Okay. So this guy could
hexes, they can face any way they want.
Okay. Right. Cool. I'm done.
All right. Alan, you want to move up Brockenborough?
Brockenborough? Yeah, sure. Let's see. Where do I want to put him? Kind of our reserve brigade.
And then Todd, we're going to let you move Heath.
Cool.
Let's get them right up the road. We'll.
And to answer your question, yes, leaders have 10 movement point. Your OCs and your corps commanders, they're the ones that can move the blasphemous amount.
4, 5, 6. Actually, they'll move as a stack. And they'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3.
Remember, moving through a unit costs 1.
Even a battery?
Yeah, I think it's. I don't think there's any. I don't think they're specific. I think it's moving through anything.
Yeah, let me just let me check.
You go ahead and keep moving, and what we'll do is, if it's wrong, we'll just modify it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look. I'll back them up 1 hex.
All right.
To there, and then let's shoot them to the bottom here. Hold on.
Oh, wait a minute. So you can move as a stack, so you don't have to pay that cost to moving through a unit?
Yep, move them as a stack.
Right.
Units moving through 1 or more friendly units in a hex pay 1 plus movement point. Units of a brigade in attack posture may not move through friendly units. Dave 10. Dave 10.
Where am I going to put Brockenborough? 1, 2, 4.
So just letting people know, we got 44 people, and this is great, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Just to let you know, we're looking at we're playing the simple GBACW 3-dog. Jeff has set it up for kind of the first attack of the day. But so we've made some modifications. We're not playing exactly the campaign or anything. We're just basically trying to. Jeff's played about 5 games, 5 whatever nights of this, so he knows it better than us. So, and this is the first time really camping. Besides with Nathan, we're moving it. We're trying to learn the rules ourselves, which is a good way to do it. and we're just seeing how far we get. We're not worried about, like, I don't know, if we don't finish it, we may not continue this the next time, or we'll come back to it. I don't know. We'll see what we're doing, but we're just moving, shooting, just learning the rules. So that's kind of what we're doing here. No real specific, goal in mind besides having fun and learning the rules.
Hey, Jeff, I just noticed on the move through, it is +1 to move through. You're absolutely right on that. The difference is there is an exception here that I noted, that if you're moving along pikes, roads, or trails, may move through friendly units and in such a hex, paying only the movement cost of the pike, road, or trail.
All right, there we go. First,
so you can actually move up one more.
Yeah, because those guns will be deployed out.
See you, Chuck.
Yeah, they wouldn't be.
Yeah, I know Chuck doesn't. This isn't his thing. I appreciate Chuck. I appreciate you getting on here, supporting us, and giving us a thumb up, baby. I do. I know you don't like this.
Hey, Chuck. Yep.
So,
painting.
what did you say about the roads then? I missed it.
So you can actually move through another unit. Like I moved through here, and he's on the road, Chambersburg Pike, right there. And you can actually move through there, just paying the road cost, not the extra +1 for moving through.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay. If I was off road, if I was in anything but a road or a trail, what is it, road, trail, or pike, then you have to pay the extra point.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So Todd, you get to position Heath.
Groovy. All right. I was kind of counting that out, but then got distracted with the. All right. So where are my leaders? Davis, Archer, Brockenborough, Pettigrew, right? Is who I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Okay. I was kind of counting through this here. Let's see. So if I move him there.
So what Todd's doing is he's going to move Heath so that Heath can hopefully still be in command of all 4 brigades on the next turn.
Okay. He's just going to move to boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that and I could move him.
Yeah, Joe, they're not real specific about that, but I see what you're saying.
Okay, that's good. We'll move him there.
All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Can he 1, 2, 3? What's the railroad?
It's half.
No, it's 1 for a leader.
Oh. Wait, no.
No, it's railroad cut. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong.
Road cut is it's like a trail. It's half the other terrain.
But the railroad is other terrain. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I think, okay. Yeah, let me know if I'm good. If not, I can move him.
Yeah, so he's not going to see it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so Pettigrew is going to be just barely out.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Half movement.
Put him in the orchard to his bottom left.
But wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm counting it. So this is B1?
No, railroad's just 1.
It's an unfinished one. It's half.
Yeah, unfinished railroad. Half other terrain, minimum of 1 movement point.
Yeah. Half the other terrain.
Yeah, the other
half
terrain.
The other terrain. So
what?
Oh yeah, so no, Todd's right. So it'd be 1. The terrain in the hex is 1, so it'd be half. So he's right.
Oh yeah, I did misread that though.
So he's just to be half, 1, 1.5, 2. Yeah, he's got it. Pettigrew's in range because the terrain for that hex is only 1.
Yeah, but it's a minimum of 1. It's half the other terrain.
Oh, minimum of 1. Okay, right. Yeah. So I'd say put him in the orchard.
Boy, that's freaking. That is confusing to me, man. Half.
Yeah, well, the minimum you can't reduce it below 1.
Okay, got it.
Which makes sense because the leader's not going to move half in a clear terrain hex. So,
well, so then those trails are the same way. Then I honestly can't tell what this is here. Is that a road?
Which one? Flash your hex?
Yeah.
That's a road. Yeah, that's road.
Okay.
Pike is the double line one, and that brown one's a road.
Okay.
I did it once, Nord. I did it once. All right. So, yeah, so he would be 1 to move over to the pike where Brockenbrough is, and then 2 back to the Brockenbrough's first regiments, 3 to the Bach house, and then 4 over to Pettigrew on the road. All right. So everybody is hunky-dory. Okay, cool. There we go. You just executed a move. Now, you guys got to picture yourselves doing this by yourself and moving the whole. It's not, we were splitting that up. It's not going to be, and we're still learning. It's going to be easy because you're going to know who you want to push in with before you start and executing the movement, because nothing stops you during the movement. This isn't ASL where somebody's going to spray you with machine gun fire as you're moving. All right, you don't have to stop for any of that. The approach fire is not the same in this game, although you're going to see that here in just a minute. So you're not going to get it. And can those cannons shoot approach fire and then turn around and shoot in the fire phase? Well, here's the difference with fire phase. If you're the defender, you're not firing unless you get fired at. But approach fire does happen, which would be the same for artillery in the regular game. They can do approach fire at a unit that's got within 3 hexes of them. But if they don't get fired at, they're not going to do defensive fire. All right. So what they've done is they're combining all this stuff. All right. So we just got through movement, and now we're going to go to approach fire. So, all right, I'll do the first one here, and I'll take the 1 unit here. And I want to make sure, because they don't consider facing as part of movement. And you can change all you want. All right, so let's I'm going to go back to something here too. So non-phasing reaction, okay? Non-phasing units may react to certain enemy movement and advances by moving away from the enemy stack, changing facing, or both. All right, so cavalry and artillery units may react immediately after an enemy stack ends movement or an advance within 3 hexes of it. So in a reality, these 2 artillery units right here, they could have done reaction, which means they could have run away. I knew that. I just wasn't going to say nothing because I want to see what fire looks like with the approach fire. So by advancing through, good order infantry may only react immediately after any enemy stack ends movement or an advance adjacent to it. Units that are already in frontal hexes of another enemy stack, all right, and units under march order or reserve orders and disorder infantry units may not react. You got to keep that in mind. All right. All right, so the reacting units would conduct a cohesion check, immediately suffering cohesion hit if they fail, though they may still complete the reaction. A stack may then simply change facing, in which case all units must react, or some or all of the units may move out of the hex, using up to half of their movement allowance or a combination of both. All right, so you're to do reaction, you're going to roll for a cohesion check. All right, and if you pass the cohesion check, you're fine. If you fail the cohesion check, and you can still execute your reaction, but you're going to disorder. All right, and you know what happens to artillery when they disorder? They cannot shoot. So what I'm going to do is, since this is the approach fire phase, I'm going to risk it with that gun right here, and I'm going to roll for reaction. And where's my dice? And I rolled a 9. Boy, I'm super, aren't I? So he failed his reaction, so he's going to flip.
And you were looking to get under, equal or under that middle number there.
Yeah. So he turned, he executed his reaction, but he's not going to shoot at nothing.
Okay.
All right. So let's go over here to this other gun. All right. Now this guy here, he can see down. Oops, I'm sorry. God darn it. I boo-booed. Oh, stop it.
Come on, bro.
I need to highlight that button. All right. So he's not crossing that funny looking thing. And there,
so that funny thing would block him out.
Yeah. He's 2 levels higher. So he's going to shoot down. Now, so now you're going to see what cannon fire looks like. We're going to need the fire combat thing, Todd, so you can see that. It's on your pack. You don't have your pack open. Just scroll that up. There you go. You can stretch that screen a little bit if you want. All right. So, and I mean, fire is simple. Okay. So this gun's going to fire. He's got two TBs. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go over to your chart, the TBs, right there at the bottom. And I think and he's firing at 3 hexes. So what's his modifier?
Hold on, it says number of SPs, so he's firing 2.
No, go down to the bottom first, to the range TB at 3 hexes.
TB
3-inch rifle, 3 hexes plus 1. All right, so that's where you're starting. He's plus 1. All right, just keep that in mind because the strength number itself, you're gonna use it for a die roll modifier. You're not using that strength in anything other than that. All right, so we know he's already a plus 1. Now he's only firing 2 guns. Now you go up to that other chart. The strength per die roll. All right, so now he's -4. So now we're down to -3. All right, then you go over to the top chart there where your die roll modifiers are, and you go down the checklist of die roll modifiers.
So we did that.
-3. All right. More than half of firing, no, don't have to worry about that because artillery disorder can't fire. There's no charge fire comp, which we'll get to that eventually too. It's not flank or rear fire. It is artillery on higher ground, but it's not at a 4+ range. So in a sense, he's actually, in a way, he's firing canister. Okay. All right. The target is not mounted cavalry, and 2+ SPs of dismounted cavalry firing, no. No sharpshooter, no dust knight, no charging, no aggression brigade leader. So we are at a -3 on the die roll. And look how simple the fire table is. So I'm going to roll. Don't let that stun you. You'd be amazed at the number of hits you get, actually. And I rolled a 2. We got a cohesion check. Okay.
You rolled it. You rolled a 2 -3.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2. Now take away the 3. So I got nothing. Okay, but let's go ahead. I'm going to roll again. I rolled a 7. All right, so I rolled a 7 -3 is what? 4.
Yep.
So we got a cohesion check. All right.
What you're seeing here is Jeff cheating.
Yeah, I'm cheating. The results kind of progress.
Okay. Anyway, so cohesion check.
Oh, wait, hold on. What am I in simple is only against units with charging? Oh shit. You know what? Sorry. He's exactly.
I was going to let you.
I'm thinking regular fire. My bad. I was
going to let you go, but because you had a good example of firing, so I was going to let you go. But
right,
yeah.
So my apologies, guys. The approach fire in your scheme is right when there's a charge unit. So we're going to get to that on the next turn.
But they can still react to units getting within 3.
Right, which we did. This guy here, I want to leave the cannons there so they can shoot. Yep. Anyhow, so you were getting a good. Damn it, I know that rule too. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind.
Okay, well, thanks for calling that out. Whoever did that, thank you.
Yeah, well, yeah, David. No, who was it? It was Ross. Oh, Ross. Why aren't you just in here with us if you're going to do that? That would be so much easier.
So, to answer Joe, those buildings there are just kind of buildings. They're just kind of more look.
Pretty much, yeah.
They do add to movement, but they don't block terrain. If the towns are very
now the thing about it, because I remember Nathan explaining that to us. So this is how that works: approach fire and defensive fire. And fire, you see, they follow sequence each other, but the guns can still do.
Yes.
Right, so what we're saying here is this guy could have approach fired this unit. He could have approach fired this unit. If they had been in attack posture and they had moved to like here and Archer was in attack posture, then he could approach fire this guy here. Okay. Now the fire thing is like if you're and which we're going to get to that here in a minute with artillery when these guys back here get their activation. Then he'll be able to fire out to range units, just like in the regular game. All right. But approach fire, you're right, Ross. Thank you for getting that. I appreciate that.
Well, the key thing to take away for people, you should still have some reaction because you had that with the unit over here. Where
Right.
am I? Here we are. This guy.
Which he failed.
Which he failed, and that's still the same. You could still react with your artillery, with your cavalry, much the same way as they're moving up. But now more of the action is going to be in those frontal hexes rather than at a farther range. Yes, you could still range fire at them when you're the phasing player, but not so much when you're the reacting player.
Okay. So now, we're not doing any approach fire, so we skip B.
Right.
And now we go to a fire phase.
All right. Okay. So also keep in mind too, artillery. Okay, for artillery to do approach fire, they may not have reacted in the previous movement and rally phase. Any phasing units that retreat due to approach fire cannot fire or advance in the upcoming fire phase.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. So he's adding a little detail to it too. So, so this guy here spinning him, he would have not been able to approach fire because he reacted.
Yep. Okay.
So there's ways to get around that.
But it is cool that you could move those guns back if you're like, nope.
Yeah. So actually,
I wanted them to stay there. As a matter of fact, just for shits and giggles, you saw what that looks like. Let's go ahead and say he didn't react. Let's turn him back around.
So yes, Dave, in the simple rules, if you don't like what happens, you just reverse it and roll again.
Because I wanted y'all to see as much of this as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I play it, Dave. Yes. All right. So anyhow, you saw if he had reacted, I failed the roll, he would have been disordered. But I want us to be able to see the fire when we go to do it. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm just going to leave him like that. All right. So we just went through. This is good. We're picking up. Like I say, I just started playing it too. So, all right. So approach fire phase, we're done. Now we go to fire phase. Okay. Everybody for the Rebs moved.
Yeah. Yep. So there's no fire phase.
So there's no fire, which means there's no return fire.
Okay.
So there you go. You just executed almost the entire activation 7. Attrition phase we don't need to talk about yet because there's no casualties yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Attrition is going to be a little bit different because that's how you do your casualties.
Yeah. And I think that's what's going to change a lot of people because you don't have to track all the individual losses like you did. The attrition, the combat losses is much simpler in this version, much. And it still works. I didn't think so at first, but it did.
I've lost my draw pool, so I don't know what's going on there. So someone else will have to do that.
I got it. Yeah. So I'll call the next chit.
Let's go with the next one so we could get things moving.
All right. USA March.
Hey, Ross. How you doing?
Hey, Ross. Thank you, sir.
Hey, I joined in since I was harassing you from the chat anyway.
Well, if you would have said that, I would have probably picked that up quicker.
Yeah.
All right. So we got March. All right. Let's get some of these fucking counters out. We don't need that. We don't need that. And a lot of people over the years have argued about artillery in March. They can march. It's if the unit they're part of is marching. So.
They can break a wheel too if you push them too hard. In the full one.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. If you go the 4th activation with them, you have to roll for their wheel breaking, I think.
That's great.
Why am I getting bombarded on Facebook? Andrew. Is Andrew in the chat? He is. There he is. There he is. Okay. So we just threw the March chit. So again, unlike the real game, you're not going to move. You're not going to execute 4 segments. You're going to execute one March segment.
Okay.
So I'll do the first batch here with Doubleday and Rally. All right. And we'll just keep them on top of those guys. And they're just going to march. And you see the way they're facing. I don't think that's changed. Now, what I'm going to do, since they're facing that way, I'm going to go ahead and take them that way. So we're going to go 1/2, 1. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now, remember in the old game, I could keep going. And as long as if I stayed on the roads, I could do 3 without any fatigue. Another key thing, no fatigue in this game.
Okay, hold on. So in here, you actually draw a chit to march. You could march 3 times. It's going to be in a different order.
Yeah. Right. So if there were 3 March chits put in the cup, which normally there would be 3 March activations, you'd have to wait for the next one to move them again. Whereas in the original game, there was only 1 March chit activation that goes in the cup. and you would execute up to 4 movement segments on everybody that was in March at one time.
Okay. All right.
Which I think this system is better. So I'll move these guys up. And Todd, why don't you do as soon as I'm done?
Is McMurray or Ross in the Vassal mod or no?
Nope.
No, I'm not in there.
Well, McMurray's
I
here
can't figure
too.
out how to pull it up. I got it open, but it didn't ask me that like go online or play offline thing.
Yeah, not all of them do that.
Oh, wait, no. Let me ask you a question. When you opened it, did you? Okay, so you opened up your Vassal. Did you open up this VMod,
What the hell's a VMod?
the Vassal module for this game?
Yeah, the one you guys sent.
Yeah, then you should have. The first thing you should have seen was: do you want to start a game offline? Do you want to?
No,
Didn't
it
ask
just
that.
popped open.
Okay, well, so no problem. You got it open.
Yeah, I got it.
Go up
Choose
top. Go up top, and
Yeah.
see the double arrows in the top left corner.
Yeah.
Connect to the server controls. Turn
Okay,
it.
then open up active game rooms.
All right, and under active game rooms, do you see?
Staff.
I don't see anything.
That's because you don't have the game module up.
No, he's got to hit the connect button. He's got to hit the double arrow above the active rooms.
Oh yeah. Over above the active rooms, McMurray.
Okay, so the staff.
Yep. Just click on the staff.
And then once you're in, right click on my name in the current game room. It might take a second. Right click on my name and click synchronize.
Synchronize is grayed out. I have show
No,
profile.
Give it a second.
It says Ross is joining the room and Sickles McMurray has joined the room.
It should
Okay.
auto sync for you when you
Yeah.
join.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
All right, there you go.
We're
All right.
in.
Todd, why don't you go ahead and move Stone's Brigade in March?
Okay.
Randy, I agree with you 100%. I do. And Nord, while fatigue I think is great for the mass game, I don't think you need it in this one.
And they have to face the hex spine, right?
Not a hex side. Hex side in column. That's good. You know what? I don't know what that is in the rule book.
No, I think it's all spine on this one.
Yeah, I think it's a spine. Yeah, because I want to say when I started playing my version of it, I kept everybody facing the hex spine.
So
I
it
don't
is.
think it matters too much
Yeah.
when you're in March, but yeah, I think
Oh,
you're supposed
okay.
to be in spine, not hex side.
Okay.
Yeah, the facing thing is not very massive. It's actually pretty simple. As a matter of fact, it's only 3 bullets or 4 bullets.
I guess it matters for your front hexes and your firing arc because you could get right out of March into attack or whatever.
Right.
That guy does not want to face that way. It's interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Then-
that's how simple it is. And you would just go through every unit on the board that's in March orders, which I know Robinson's division would come in, I think, on the next turn or two down here. So
Okay.
that's it. And now it's next chip.
Okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Alan.
Oh, what? Me? Huh? Okay. Sorry. I was looking
Actually, no. Let's get McMurray to do it since he's new with this.
But I have no fucking idea what I'm doing.
All right. So on top of your game, see the button that says draw pools.
Draw pools?
All right. You got it?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Click on that. Open up your pool draw.
Okay.
And you'll see in the top left corner, you'll see a kepi that's turned upside down in the top left corner.
Yeah, it says Artie on it.
Right. Just put your mouse on there.
And then
Where'd all the freaking counters go? Oh, you moved
I
them to
put
the
them on
chart.
I put them on the chart so they don't stack up.
Okay.
Stack up.
So just click and hold it and just drag one over to the in play button.
Buford.
All right. So there we go. Buford is the next activation,
cool.
which is perfect.
Yep.
So I'm not going to touch this. You guys are going to do this.
Who wants to do Buford?
You got two brigades.
Well, we need to explain. I mean, it's good. Let's explain to McMurray what you're looking at here. So, McMurray, we're looking at the sequence of play here, and we pulled the. So now we're in the activation segment for Buford. Buford's going to be in command, or the commander for this pull right here. See him? I'm clicking on him.
Yeah, I see where Buford's at. Sorry.
Okay. So go ahead, Alan. You explain it. You know the game better than I do.
You were doing good, Todd.
Right. So the first thing is you're going to mark out of command units from the brigade commanders, because we already did the division commanders.
Okay. Is the middle? From the brigade commanders. So we got Devin and Gamble. No, those are division commanders, right?
No, it's brigade. Gamble's a brigade commander.
Okay.
Gamble's brigade up here.
Yeah.
Buford's division.
Yes.
So these guys are already in command, but we're going to look at Gamble first. Now he is all of these yellow. You can see at the bottom they're color coded yellow. Corresponds to all these yellow markers here.
So they're mixed in with Gamble's guys north of the railroad cut.
Right. You can see there's one of Gamble up here, and then you've got Devin, who's red.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry.
Up here.
Yep.
So this is where we got to figure out who can command. Now, if you look, hard to see there without zooming. You can zoom in if you use the magnifying glasses.
Mm-hmm.
The buttons at the top. You can see he's got a range of 5.
Okay. Yeah, that middle number.
5 movement points that we got to check for his range. So, like to here, this is 1, 2 points. So he's in range, pretty easy. This one's pretty easy. He's on the road, so that's 1 point.
Yep. How much is Woods Hex?
Woods Hex are 2 points.
So McMurray, on the terrain effects chart, there is a leader movement cost for things. So there's infantry, mounted cav, arty, and leader.
No, I get that. I'm trying to figure out where I can find the terrain effects chart.
Yeah, it's in the stuff he sent, and it's probably.
Oh yeah. Hang on.
Yep. So let's see. This guy's he's looking for that. That's another simple one.
Okay.
I'll leave him for later for a moment.
Okay.
Boom. He's in command. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4. Yeah. Okay. I'll wait for McMurray to get his train chart.
Okay.
Explain the others who are out of command. For all these others folks, these guys up here will be out of command, and the other guy down here, other guys down here will be out
Ross, check what does it say about units have to attempt to move back into command?
He's stepped away for a minute.
Yeah, he stepped up. What are you talking about, Hex?
Do units have to move back towards command if they're out of command?
Yeah, that was a good question. I think you're right.
We got these 2 that are mixed in with Devin up here that are out of command.
Okay, so you found your chart.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you can right click them and mark them as out of command, so you can remember that.
So out of command units cannot rally. They can't use attack movement. They are subject to any movement restrictions. So if the brigade is in attack posture, even though you're out of command, you're still under those guidelines of half movement.
Can these guys down at the south end, can they draw command from Buford?
No.
It's got to go through the chain.
Okay.
So these guys are out too.
Yep.
To mark them, which is, yeah, I mean, I'm not sold on this part of it yet, because after they execute their, thing, you remove that marker, but I don't think anybody's mastered the tracking system for this. This may be one for Ross to work on.
Now with command of Caliph's artillery, who's he assigned to at the beginning?
Well, they're assigned to Buford, so that cannon down there is in command.
Is it Buford, or is it didn't get reassigned to Gamble?
Well, yeah, we didn't really specify that.
Okay.
So,
right.
Do we have an arty chip in the cup for the art unit?
Yeah.
Is the one who's on the road, is that in command? Is command movement halved on roads?
Yeah, it's halved on roads, so we'd be
Okay, so one of those is going to be in command. The one that's sitting on the road.
Yeah, this guy's 6.
Yeah. Wait, he's 6?
Yeah, he's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7. Excuse me, he's 7.
Yeah, I was about to say, because then the dude next to him won't be, but he will.
Well, yes, he will because he's next to him.
Oh, okay.
If you're next to him, he'll be in command. So he's good, and they're good from Buford's perspective.
So McMurray, as they're looking stuff up here, that's why you want to keep your guys together, not do this splitting up thing. Because if these guys were touching this guy, they'd all be in command. So
Yeah.
Yes, Randy. Yes, Randy.
So then,
there's something I want to find the artillery because I think the one I'm playing, I'm activating the horse artillery under the artillery marker.
there is an already marker in there, right? Yep, I'm pretty sure there is.
Yeah. Or at least it was displaying when I pulled Buford out.
There's Confederate artillery, but there's no Union artillery.
Oh, here we go. Artillery AMs. Divisional. All artillery batteries that are subordinate to a division leader, whether or not they have an artillery, activate as a separate brigade. Okay, so you've got actually with this activation of Buford, you have 3 brigades. You have the artillery, and you have the
Devon,
2 Campbell and Devon are also treated as separate brigade.
Yeah, I was reading.
And they can trace command to any leader of that division.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so they are in command because Gamble's right there.
Yeah, so all the and for the horse artillery.
Okay. All right. So we've done going through the sequence of play. We've marked out of command units. 2, are we going to adopt an attack posture?
What are the options?
Yeah. So
Yeah, the cavalry's probably well. First off, Devon cannot in this scenario. He can't attack.
in the whole scenario, doesn't matter what.
Well, yeah, because he's at the end of this turn, he's getting yanked off the map.
Oh, okay.
So he can't go into attack posture. So it's basically he stays pretty much where he is.
But so explain to me the options. I need to hear this again because I thought there were 2 options, but apparently there's more than 2.
If you want to close on enemy units and get in their face, you're gonna have to go to attack posture. All right.
Okay.
You don't want to do that. If you just want to move, you don't go to attack posture. You can just move their full movement allowance, or not move and fire.
So I have a question.
That's what we're going to do.
Before we do those firings, though, because that will be fun. I am a little curious here. I'm confused on the difference between 4.3 orders and then what you're talking about.
Orders are reserve and march.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep. And that's it.
But Buford doesn't have anything marked on him.
No, right now he's in just normal stature.
So there's kind of 3 orders, kind of.
No. The only orders are march and reserve.
Yeah.
Posture is your posture is what we're talking about now.
Okay. All right.
They're going to stay normal, or they're going to go into attack posture.
Yeah, this is where it's going to be a little bit confusing because in the full version you do have 3 orders. You have march, reserve, like here, plus you have attack. But that attack has disappeared in here. And now, as part of your movement and part of your activation, you can take up a attack posture, so that you can move next to people. So that's a little bit different that people are going to need to.
And he doesn't list it, but you can think of it as you're either in attack posture or you're in advanced posture. So
okay. So McMurray said he wants to fire.
Yep.
And move. Or you want to move some units. Okay, so all right, first off, we probably need to balance. Okay. So there's multiple things a unit can do. You can rally.
Okay.
All right, which means you're not going to move and fire. All right. If you're going to rally, a leader cannot assist in a rally until after his movement. So like if one of those cavalry guys was disordered, you would move Gamble over on top of him, and then that unit could use him. Now he doesn't have to, but the unit could use the +1 modifier to rally from the leader.
Okay,
sure.
Buford could be the same way.
Yeah, we'll hit that. Why do we get into the firing? Because we've got some units close enough, particularly north of Chambersburg Pike, as well as the batteries.
Right, but he probably needs to move those cavalry units back into command.
So yeah, there's some movement to happen here too.
He doesn't have to.
Well, yeah, but you can either move or fire. We can't do both.
Right, but you don't fire until the fire phase.
Right.
So, did you find? Do you have to move into command?
No, it does not say they have to move into command.
All right. So I guess the question for you, McMurray, then is: do you want to move these out of command guys a little closer to Gamble so that they will be in command in the next, whatever turn or activation?
Yeah. So what in the rules it doesn't have like a breakdown of the counters. So what all am I looking at here? Like what's the red number on the left? Is that attack strength points?
So like if you're looking at the counter like this one, the 12th Illinois, the bottom numbers that's your strength point of 3.
Okay.
7 is your cohesion. Think morale. Think cohesion.
Higher's better.
Then, 5 is your movement points.
Okay.
All right. Everything else is just informational.
Yeah. I was trying to read the rules, but they're not complete rules.
Yeah.
Okay. That being said, okay, so the only guys really, since everybody's got carbines who can shoot, are these 2 guys that are slightly advanced from Devon's brigade on the north end where you have that line of 4 units.
Right.
The 2 southernmost are the only 2 that have any range to any Confederate units other than the guns.
Yep.
Yep.
These guys up here we're talking about.
Yeah. Carbines and breech loads can all fire 2.
Yes. But we've got 7 strength points, so our DRM is going to be 0. -1. So do you subtract that from the strength points, or do you subtract that from your die roll modifier on range effects?
Well, the first. Oh yeah.
Okay, so that actually comes off. So we're at a -1 on our die roll modifier right now.
Okay,
right.
Let me pull that up here. All right, so look at this chart here. Oh, and who are you talking? Which unit are you talking about, McMurray?
So there's a question. Does each unit fire individually, or do we total up the strength points attacking 1 hex?
No, individually.
Individually. Okay, disregard. So if we start with, what is this?
Before we do that, are we moving anybody first?
So, McMurray, for each brigade.
All movement has to be done before any firing is done.
Yep.
Okay, we might as well deal with Gamble then, because we know nobody in Gamble's brigade is going to fire. We should probably move these out. How do I make the little circle things?
So I think it's on Mac it's different. What's it on?
On Windows you just press your Alt key and left click the mouse.
Sure. Guys,
so
listen.
This unit and this unit.
I'm watching the chat and I hear what y'all are saying, but y'all need to remember too. This is Hexy, who swore he would never touch this simple rule system. He would never play it. I got news for you. To play full campaign games, I'm not going to touch the full rules. I'm going to play this set right here. Now, for scenarios, you're right. I'm going to stick with the full rules because it takes the realism that much farther. But I tell you, I've spent 5 nights playing this, and it works, and it works very well.
So McCrory, what do you want to move? You want to move these guys down here, right? Oops.
So this guy and this guy need to move. He moved.
Yeah, hold on.
You can do that too.
All right. So they can move up to 5 movement points.
Yes.
And they're just like infantry. They're dismounted cavalry. So you have the option. They can mount and use half of what's left of their movement on the mounted side, or they can just move dismounted. as they
I
are.
think we need to probably just move dismounted. To be honest with you, I don't know if they're moving.
Yeah, you're good dismounted right now. We'll get into mounted later, but you're good dismounted.
Because we can essentially these guys can get 1, 2. They can pass through Buford without penalty, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so they get 3, 4, 5 to this hex.
Okay.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
All right, so I tell you what, let me just do this. So we see where Gamble is. We know Gamble's in command range of Buford,
Yes.
and you have the extension of the line for command.
Yes.
So, and I'll show you.
Are you
could
saying
just go-
jump up here into the Herbst Woods?
You could just go 1, 2. You could just go 1, 2, 3. You go 1, 2, 3. Now you got that whole chain. But
On the
you,
Yeah.
next.
you still got
They're not going to get to kill anybody. They might as well come up to.
you don't think the Rebs aren't going to come through them woods here shortly?
They might as well come up to here or here. Yeah, but why do we want to shoot at Red?
Well, I mean, if that's what you want to do, yeah, I'm fine. That was just a
I
suggestion.
mean, why not move up to Fox Run right here? Because we're going to get a defensive bonus from the river as well as being in the woods, right?
There you go. Now we got McMurray playing.
All right.
I want
Yeah,
to kill these guys.
hold on. I reset them. There you go. Yeah, you do your thing.
Well, now my brain's moving, and why don't we take this unit here up to here?
Perfect.
If that's what you want to do, yeah.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, don't worry about. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
just,
you-
yeah.
I
Okay,
did.
so that's 2, 4. They got 5 movement points, so that's okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So meandering Mike real quick while McMurray's doing all this moving and counting. There are complete rules for this. I think what McMurray's referring to is there's the Gettysburg book and there's the simple book. And I'm guessing McMurray right now doesn't have the simple book open right now. He's just looking at the Gettysburg book. I don't know. He can tell
I'm
us.
looking at the Simple BB and Scans Proof 7 final. It says at the top of the first page, Simple Battle Book. Oh, it's the Battle Book. Disregard.
Yep.
Yeah, I
So
don't have
that-
the simple rules. I just have the Simple Battle Book.
So there's 16 pages of rules that cover the whole thing. And well, we got a lot of stuff emailed to us. And so it's kind of, we're trying to figure out what all this stuff is. So, but it's all there.
So, I mean, that's what I would want to do is get up so we can get close to.
And do you want to move the other Illinois boys up so they're adjacent, or do you want to keep them up there?
These guys
Yeah.
or these guys?
No,
No,
these
no,
guys.
no.
These guys you haven't moved. Did you want to move them up so that they're?
I don't know, Toddy. That's a good question. I kind of do.
All right, we'll do it. Do it, bro.
It's all learning here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's
Actually, none of these guys can fire, so we can move them 1. These guys will move 2. These guys will move 1. 1. Well, you probably got to go around the railroad cut, but 1, 2. Oh, wait. Devin disappears, or Gamble disappears after this turn.
no Devin does.
Oh, then what the hell are we? Oh, Devin does or Gamble does?
Devin.
Okay.
Devin, up here.
Yeah. My point is then we could probably get these guys into command
Yeah.
by just going. Again, I don't know. Can we move through friendly units as long as we don't stop?
It costs
Oh, you
one.
can go around them. You can go around them.
Yeah.
But it does cost 1 extra move through a unit.
3. Yeah. The issue is we're not going to get these guys in there. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
And you'll be able to move the leader too.
I know. But we don't want to sit them down in the railroad cut because there's no way that's going to wind up
Oh,
well.
it's safe in there. It's perfect. Nothing bad will happen in there. Tour guide Phil told us that. We'll talk to him next week about it. Just so you know, McMurray, if moving through that railroad cut, not through it, but
Is 1D
so you get disrupted
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he went around.
it.
or disordered. I'm sorry, disordered is what you'd get disordered.
Yeah, it's a disorder.
So you can do it, but it's because you're jumping over it. It's painful.
Yeah, but adjacent units not in the railroad cut, firing on units in the railroad cut have a +2 DRM.
Yep.
And the units firing out have a -2. So fuck them. Let's let the Rebs run in there. So now the question is, do we actually want to start moving these guys up towards the railroad cut, knowing that moving through Herb's Wood?
Move your last.
You got another guy to move.
I know.
Okay.
But I mean, that's my point. Knowing that we can also move Gamble instead of moving south, do we want to shift some of these guys in this salient we've just created north instead of shuffling south?
Possibly.
And that's where chip draw is so much fun.
Yeah.
Who is this? Davis up here?
Yeah.
Now,
Davis
Devin's
is
not
coming in.
really going to go anywhere until he doesn't go anywhere until after this turn.
The whole turn. So we got a lot of chits to pull.
Oh, okay. Then this guy will go 1, 2, 3. So we at least have some sort of something. So this guy up front can't
Okay,
get.
so let me ask you, why don't you just put him right on top of the other Devon unit? Because
Oh,
we're
we can do
going
that?
to be moving Devon here in just a second.
Okay, there you go. And then can I pull their out of command thing off?
No.
Okay.
Is that correct? It comes off it.
He's got a weird rule about that, but we need to be remembered that they weren't in command. So those guys, when Buford activates again, they can't do anything.
Oh, that breaks down to the unit too, huh?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Well, they activate with 1 fewer AMs, which they only have 2, so he's not going to be able to do anything.
Oh, I didn't know it went down to the unit. I thought that was only for the leaders.
No, it does go down to the units.
Bless you.
Yeah, it's cool. Bar it's an amazing looking game.
Okay, so it looks like Gamble's all set.
Gamble's
right?
done.
Moved. All right, so we got the artillery and we got Devon.
I'm sorry. So what can Devon's people do out of command? Just
They can't attack. But hold on, I want to make
Everybody in Devon should be in command, right?
they
Well, Devon himself is not in command. All of his units are. Okay.
Yeah.
So Buford's way down there by Herbst Wood. And
All right, so Devon cannot adopt an attack posture. That's
Right.
all. So he's not gonna be able to close on the Rebs there. But you got the 3 units you got sitting there. If they don't move, they'll be able to fire.
Wait, how do? Oh, do these guys not have carbines? What do these guys have?
breach load.
breech loading carbines.
Yeah, so they can still only shoot 2 hexes.
Yeah.
Right.
They can still shoot, but if you move them, they can't.
Yeah, but these guys don't have anything within 2 hexes of them.
Okay, so you can move them. Maybe they ought to come down and fill that hole until Reynolds gets up.
Accurate.
See, that's what I mean. Oh man, so this is what I like about this. There's less rules to think about, and I can worry about
Strategy.
the strategy stuff. It's so cool, man. And that's what's going to take me a long time to play. I'm like, oh, over here, no.
Well, like I say, I was skeptical, but now that I've started to play this and I've seen this, I've had the explanation.
There you go.
I'm telling you that this works, and you got to play a few turns of this to see. Because, like I've told you before, I find it extremely hard to punish the first core with Heath unless I get a lot of lucky rolls.
Well, yeah, because first corps is. Where are they?
With their morale, it's unreal.
Yeah,
So
the morale is unbelievable.
do we want to move this guy, or is
The number 1,
yeah?
it might be a good idea to get him out from underneath, and
Can he
Well, that's a good.
back-
Oh, wait a minute. That's a good point because I
but
don't
he
think
can
they can.
fire.
What's that?
There's a red unit underneath that
Sure.
out of command.
Yeah, I understand. Does the stat? I asked this last time and I forgot already, and I could look in the rules.
So-
but I'm going to ask.
Okay, hold on one thing. While we've got this there, because that's slightly illegal because when stacking, they still have to be from the same brigade. So
Stacking
only
rules.
Devon can stack with Devon and Gamble.
Okay, so Gamble's guy couldn't move in there to start with.
Okay,
Right.
But so let's just think: how would we have corrected that? We probably would have moved Devon first.
Okay, but we didn't. So
Well,
we did.
except for
So
then we couldn't have. Except for then we
Take this
couldn't have.
guy, put him back where you put him originally. All right. And I'm the one who suggested you put him in on top, so we can't do that. Which, okay, there's another thing they're simplifying. All right. So now,
What are stacking limits like for infantry units from the same brigade?
15 strength points.
Okay.
Or
And what
if
does
they're-
the extended line marker mean?
yeah, that go ahead.
Yeah, extended line is for those large units here. They're 10 points, like this unit
Yeah.
right here. So he can actually break down and extend his line across two of them. So each hex actually has 5 and 5,
Okay.
and they can basically take up a larger front.
Yeah. And then, so does that mean that this 55th, oops, sorry, hit control, not all. Does that mean the 55th North Carolina, do each of those have 6 or?
6 and 7.
Okay.
With
So
the more
7 would be here, and 6 would
Yep.
be there.
I got you.
all right. So we probably should have left the move. We know who. That's another thing too that we may have to fucking have Ross doctor up. All right. So what about those leaders? Did we need to move? We didn't do it. I don't think we need to. Gamble didn't move. He was fine.
Probably ought to activate the artillery and at the very least move this battery that's just kind of down here.
Right. But we're still looking at Devin.
Yeah.
Do we need to move Devin the leader? Or better yet, if we don't want to move Devin, do we need to move Buford?
Yeah, my thought would be put Buford in this area somewhere.
Well, okay, okay.
well, real
Remember,
quick,
you got that cannon down there. He's in command right now.
Well, yeah, I'd say move that idiot.
Right. So
Yeah,
okay,
well,
so you can do
move
why don't you go
Buford,
ahead?
then we'll talk about the artillery.
Well, no, he's got to do all the movement first.
Right, I know, but is he gonna move Buford now?
I would move the artillery first.
Well, the artillery has a good position. My point here is, if you look at this, he's sitting right on the edge of the McPherson's Ridge. He can actually see over
Right.
all of
What
the
I'm
woods.
saying is, if
can hit
you're
these
going
guys
to
up
move the artillery, we need to do that now before we move Buford. If you're not going to move him, then just go ahead and move Buford.
The artillery can still shoot no matter what, can't it?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, let's just move Buford. And where is his movement value? I see a 2,
they're
7.
10. All the leaders have 10 cavalry, 10
Okay.
leader movement. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a command range of 7.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Good placement.
That way we're well within for both of them, and we're off the road for other stuff moving up.
There you got the entire cav.
leaders don't block for infantry moving up.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Everybody's back to command.
But
Question.
then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Both of those front Caliph or chunks of Caliph's battery are in command now if they need to pull back or whatever.
Well, they were in command because of Gamble.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
so do we need to move that artillery, because are they now out of command
Well,
in the next
I would,
activation?
well, if I can chime in here, I'm thinking
Yeah.
he may be better placed here, because then he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 back to the artillery, and he'll have 1, 2, 3, 4.
And he'll be. That's a good point. Then he'll
5,
still be within 7 of Gamble too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you put him over here on the Chambersburg Pike, right behind Gamble,
Yeah, that makes
think
more
he'll-
sense.
He just
Now,
jumped over that pike with his horses.
I think when I played, I got those guns to try to get with some infantry or some cavalry in the hex with them.
'Cause
But
you-
I wanted those guns to be able to fire, and that's what I want us to do here. I want us to be able to fire. So,
These guns here.
but
They
let's
can fire, yeah.
let's leave them there because we want to see what fire looks like.
Right.
Yeah, but I also can't. I mean, if infantry can shoot out with them, why not push this infantry line forwards off the ridge a little bit or up onto that spur?
yeah, but they can't. If you move them up, they won't be able to shoot.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, I know.
activation.
he means next time or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's, all right, we've got
Yeah, well,
everybody moved, so let's go to fire, and we're we're not going to move artillery. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 units that can actually shoot.
Okay.
Because they're and that's not we probably should. I should have left the move stuff turned on. So
Yeah.
but I mean, when you're playing by, it's easy to remember. So, but all right. So we know that he can shoot. He can shoot.
Yep.
He can shoot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And these 2 right here can shoot.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so good. We're going to do fire code. Now, I'm going to walk through the first so you all can see this, okay? All right, so we got units move, rally, or change facing. And like I said, change facing doesn't cost any points. It's if you're doing it as a non-phasing player doing a reaction, that's going to cost you.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
McMurray, do you have the player aid chart that says fire table on it, McMurray?
Yeah, that's what I was using to.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure you're looking at that as he goes through this. Okay, good.
All right, so I'll do the first one here. Now, when you're doing fire, it's all simultaneous. So if you fired a unit, that unit's firing at you same time. Okay.
Yep.
If they choose to do the return fire, if you're targeting a unit and he has a unit beside him, and there's nobody in his frontal hex that is, I think it's if he's charging him or something. If there's nobody in his frontal hex, that unit beside can shoot too.
Oh,
so what I'm saying is
so it's a terrible idea to shoot.
If this guy here,
Yeah, but we need to see it.
if he shoots here,
Yeah.
that guy can return fire. All right. And unless somebody's shooting at him, he can return fire. So
Yeah. So shooting is a terrible idea. In this case.
well, yeah, but you can disrupt units.
Yeah, but didn't you just say it's simultaneous?
Well, yeah, it's always going to be like that.
Yeah, so that seems like a bad idea. Because they're just going to get shot back at way harder.
Well, yeah, so you would have the breech loaders at 2 hexes are 0, rifles at 2 hexes are 0. So yeah, so you would have all right, so you had this guy here shoot at him. He would be shooting 3 with no modifiers, pretty much.
Well, no,
he would fire back. He would fire back at 7.
He'd take a -3 on his DRM from the strength point DRM chart.
And he's also going to get the horse holding penalty too. So he would be another minus for each.
Yeah, so it's a terrible idea shooting there because we're just going to take way more
So
punishment.
you're talking what? It would be minus. Would you say for the strength? Of
It'd be like
3?
shooting at a -4.
All right, -4 now. But look at your die roll.
Look at my what's?
The die roll, the fire table at the top.
Yeah. And we're rolling how many D6s here?
You don't know. You're rolling a D10.
D10.
So I'm saying, don't. I know a lot of people are going to like, well, fuck that. But you'd be amazed if you just rolled a 7 or a 6. There's a possibility you're going to do something. But you're right. You got to call that shot yourself.
But we might as well get after it. I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah, we're here to learn the process. I wouldn't worry about how the result's going to be.
Hell yeah. We're going to have so is there a game strategy here in having this guy shoot at them first and then having this guy shoot? Or no?
Well, yeah, you're not going to get a return fire on the second guy.
Yeah, that's my point. So is it better to have this guy shoot at these idiots and then have this guy shoot?
Yeah, here's a line of sight question. Can this guy even see this guy?
What's the terrain there? Hold on.
Because of that.
He's on the same elevation.
Oh, yeah, he's on the same elevation. So he would, this guy to the here.
He needs to shoot it. Oh, he needs to shoot
here. Yep.
For Christ's sakes, these guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they got to fire straight ahead at each one. What's their cohesion? 7 and 7. All right.
Yeah, he's going to take a lot of shooting in return, though.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll take a 7 shot. He'll take a 6 shot.
Well, can't this unit that's next door to that extended line marker shoot?
No, he can't because his frontal hexes are only here and here. So it's only going to be him firing back at him and him firing back at him.
All right, screw it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got this 3 unit shooting at that unit. We have, so DRM, looking at our modifiers here, we have strength points is a -3. Weapons on the range effects chart is 0. Terrain effects are 0. Nothing's disordered. Nothing's close combat. Nothing is flank or rear. Nothing is high ground. Target is not mounted cavalry. My SPs are dismounted cavalry, so that brings us down to a -4. Target isn't sharpshooters. It's not dawn or dusk. It's not fire or an aggressive brigade, as far as I know.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's a die roll modifier of a -4.
So roll a 9.
Roll a 10.
What do you roll?
A 10.
0.
Perfect.
Oh, that's a 0, not a 10.
Yeah, zeros are zeros.
So
Oh.
now the 7 R's return fire.
Yeah. All right. So again, we got a 7, which is going to give us a die roll modifier of 0. We don't have any effect in the weapons chart. We don't have any effect in terrain effects, do we? Is there a difference for shooting uphill?
Nope.
No.
Okay. So no difference there. Again, we're not disordered. Nobody's doing any of that stuff. All right. So we just have a straight roll.
Yep.
1.
Wow.
Okay. Moving down, this unit that has 4 strength points is starting at a -2 for their strength point DRMs.
Yeah.
-1 for being dismounted cavalry brings them to a total die roll modifier of -3.
Check those things.
8.
Ooh.
So we have a cohesion hit. I have no idea what that means.
Okay. So first cohesion hit, you flip him.
Wait, we just flipped them?
Cohesion
So
hit is
flip the
disorder.
North Carolinians there get flipped.
So flip the main unit. All right, but he still gets to fire his 6 back before he's disordered.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he doesn't get a disorder penalty.
Okay, so 6 going in. 6 strength point die roll modifier is -1. We figured out there's no weapon or terrain effects or anything for dismounted cavalry, so we're just shooting.
Oh wait, I want to back up on that roll you just made. So you had 4 dismounted cavalry, so that horse holding would have been -2. It's for
Wait,
every
what?
2 strength points.
What?
It's for every 2 strength points.
No, it's not. It says 2+.
Right, yeah. Every 2 strength points, you have a horse holder.
Then why wouldn't it say per 2 strength points instead of 2+ strength points?
Well, that's probably just the way they did the chart, but I'm going to go check it just to make sure. Oh, cavalry. Back here in the back.
I do like all the rules references. That makes it handy.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I have those rules in the book here.
It's not gonna be in the battle book. Well,
Go ahead, Andrew. Just go ahead. If it is, we'll refresh it afterwards.
No, it's not, Jeff. I just found a stack containing at least 2 strength points. This kind of cavalry that fire receive a -1 DRM, period.
Where's it at? So I can highlight it.
6.39.
6.39, page 11, first column, 3/4 of the way down.
I mean, either way, even if it is, it's still a cohesion.
Yeah, you're-
hit.
I got it.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
good. You're good.
You're
Just
good.
keep
You're
going.
fine.
Anyways, so we're doing this 7 firing back or 6 firing back on these guys.
Yep.
So they are at a -1 DRM. Okay. And their roll is a 2,
Miss.
which is a 1, which is nothing.
So you got him. You disordered him.
Yeah, America.
No, I think you rolled a 2 -1. A 2 -1 is a 1.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't hit
No
nothing.
effect.
Oh no, the cavalry disordered him, right? So now both of both of those, that extended line and that parent unit are disordered.
Yep.
All right. right on down the line. Oh no, those are the only two we had to get fired.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now it's
Not
already.
artillery.
just the guns.
All right.
Can we shoot Harry Heath in the face?
No, you can't shoot leaders.
Boo.
Well, you can kill leaders, and Jeff can attest to this by having the unit be part of the attack. So if Harry Heath was actually in that artillery hex that you're going to shoot at, which I presume is this one, he would. If you got a strength loss, then he would potentially get a be killed. If you roll a 9, I believe now.
Well, see, so Dave, so I remember, if I'm correct, if I'm wrong, but for every 4 riders, one guy held horses. So you have one guy holding 4 horses, which led 3 to shoot. The strength points of these units are 50 per strength point. So I don't know how that translates. Maybe it's just they just made it 2 just to give it a number. And
You
Yeah,
are correct in that ratio, though.
I think they simplify it because I think you're thinking of the full rules, Jeff.
well, I'm
Or-
reading what he said on there. So
No, you're correct in that every 4 guys, 1 guy stayed back to hold horses. Correct.
Anyhow,
all right, fire some cannons.
Do it.
Okay, so looking at that, firing at 3 hexes are 3-inch rifles, which are abbreviation of TB,
Yeah.
have a +1. They still take the -4 die roll modifier, I would assume, right? For being 2 strength points.
strength. Yep.
Okay. So they're going to be at -4 +1 for our weapon range effects chart. We do not qualify for the 4 hex range bonus for being at high ground. We will with that 3rd one, though. Oh, yeah, that wouldn't make any different sense. I was about to say, unless we chose to shoot at somebody further back, but then we're going to lose our range. So that's fine. Anyways, so we're rolling at a -3.
Uh-huh. Who are you firing on?
We are going to shoot at these dubers.
Okay.
Tennesseans, right? Yeah.
Yes, the 7th Tennessee. And 2 is nothing. The next battery will fire at the same guys
Hey, McMurray, you want to roll high in this game?
for a 7. Shut up,
Oh.
Ty. So that's a cohesion hit.
Boom.
So do we flip them?
All right. Our first
our
cohesion
second.
hit. What do we do?
It's our
Yeah,
second one. We
no.
did one with the cavalry up here.
Wait a minute. Now they can return fire still, right, Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they can return fire with 5.
So, yeah, they shoot back at these guys. All right, so we got 5. We are at range 3.
Now, hold on, before you do that, the cannon, the other set of cannons, who are they going to shoot at?
Same guys.
And you need to do both fires. I think you do all the fires offensive first. So let me get my whiteboard.
Well,
So you got a 7 on that first one, right?
We got a cohesion hit, right?
The first one got a 2. Then the second battery firing got a 7, which inflicted a cohesion hit.
Hold on. The first guy fired. What was his result?
2. So
So he got a
negative 1.
cohesion check. Okay.
No. He rolled a 2. It's a -1 is your end result.
Oh, so he didn't get nothing.
Correct.
Okay. And then now the second gun fires before the Confederates do.
That was a 7, which was modified to a 4 for a cohesion hit.
Okay. All right. So now your Rebs can shoot at whichever one he wants to.
Yeah, but it's a cohesion check, not a cohesion hit.
Right.
There's a difference.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's all right.
We're gonna we'll shoot at these guys over here on the north side.
Okay.
Because the range is no different. Although, are they blocked by the? Oh no, they're up on.
I was just thinking. I don't think they are because that Reb, not the 7th Tennessee, but the other one beside him, he's up on the same elevation as that rough ridge line is.
Yep.
And then the cannons are another elevation higher, so I think they can see each other.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So now in reality, you can have the 7th Tennessee can shoot, and the 14th Tennessee beside him can shoot.
Yeah. So we're going to just put them on their corresponding numbers. So the 7th Tennessee is going to shoot at Rotor.
Okay.
And then the 17th will shoot at Newman.
Good.
All right. So we got 5 at 3 ranges distant. So 5 is going to get us a -1 strength point modifier. 3 ranges different for rifled muskets is a -2 for a -3 total. And they're going to shoot at Rotor's battery or Rotor's, I don't know what. Oh, fuck, for a 9. 6. So they're going to do a disorder or a cohesion thingy too.
Cohesion it. Yep.
So you rolled a 9
Cohesion
minus
check.
4.
-3.
So we got a 6. Oh, just a cohesion check. Okay.
So he's got to
Okay.
roll.
Yep. And then the 14th Tennessee is going to shoot at the next one. They're only 4. So they're starting at a -2. They take another -2 for their range. Total of -4 on a 6 is a 2. So that battery is going to have to do that also.
All right. So,
Okay.
all right. So now, okay. So the first thing you do is execute the Rebs, which was a cohesion check.
Do we get to finish shooting?
No, well, no, you got to resolve this first.
Oh, then we
Yeah.
should have done that up here with these guys too.
No, we already did. They already shot back.
No, but they didn't.
Yeah, they did. You got a D on them.
Yeah, but they didn't do their cohesion stuff.
Yeah, they're already flipped. The other one missed. Remember,
Yeah.
they're already done. You already did their cohesion. They got a cohesion. Did they get a cohesion hit or check?
They got a cohesion check. That's what I was looking
Okay.
at.
Flip him back over. We should have done that first. Flip him back over.
Okay.
All
So
right,
what's
now
the
roll for his
cohesion check?
cohesion.
I rolled a 1.
All right, he's fine. Now go back
Okay.
down here to your Rebs.
So the 7th Tennessee took a cohesion check.
All right, flip him back over until you roll.
No,
Rolled
you
a
don't click
3.
until you check them.
So it's nothing.
All right, and then
This
the other
battery
guy
will-
beside him took one too. Right? Oh no. The
Well-
artillery. The artillery.
Both of the artilleries did. So the first northernmost artillery rolled a 9, so he failed.
All right.
Yeah.
So he flips.
Okay. Now, the southernmost artillery has a cohesion rating of 8. They rolled a 4. They're fine.
Right. So he's good.
Now, this last battery down here gets to shoot, right?
Yep.
He's up 2 levels. So
We're going to shoot at these ding-dongs down here.
Boom.
Range is 1, 2.
I think they're. I don't. No, they're tucked in right behind that. I don't know, Alan. What do you think?
What's that? Sorry, I was looking up the rules.
Okay, then they can shoot at these guys then. Right?
These-
Yeah, it looks like they got a clear line to them.
well,
or
do
the
your
guy
line
up
of
on the
sight.
next
This guy
elevation.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay. So range is 9.
This is where whiteboards come in handy.
Okay, so they got 2 strength points, which is going to give them a -4. They're at range 9 with a 3-inch rifle, which is going to give them -1, total of -3. They are on higher ground at 4+ hex range, which is going to give them a +1 to -2. Or I'm sorry, back to -4.
Yep.
Cool. Let's roll. Nothing. And they don't get to shoot back.
Yeah, they're out of range.
All that shooting, and we got 1 disordered artillery battery.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking through your rolls up there, and I only see 2.
Yeah, they weren't great.
Asshole dice.
All right, so you just went through. Okay, all right, that's cool. So you just went through, and I'm telling you guys, when you're playing this thing, and you know the sequence, this rule system flies. It really does.
I can see where that would happen.
I mean, come on, that's McMurray's first look, and he went through the fire chart like it was freaking butter on a piece of bread.
Have you ever seen him butter a piece of bread? It's
Oh no, you're right, Todd. I've not been out there. I'm not there.
Todd, you've never seen me butter a piece of bread either. I don't usually eat toast dry, home dog.
All right, so
yeah, no.
the fire phase for that one. So now, yeah, I noticed you see the attrition phase at the bottom there, and if I remember right, you do execute that at the end of each one.
Yeah.
So, but we don't have any casualties yet.
Yeah, we don't
And
even catch.
just so, okay, let's run through that real quick so that everybody understands how that works. So you're used to the game, the full game, where, and I'll go up here to this guy here. First let's Todd, bring the cohesion hit chart up so that we can see that.
All right.
Okay, so you see the fire table goes no effect, cohesion check, cohesion hit, blah blah blah. Okay, so so if you got multiple units shooting at one target, we haven't had to do a combined fire yet. Well, I don't know if we'll get to that, but maybe we'll talk about it. So you'll fire both of the phasing players units first, if it's 2, 3, whatever, and then you'll do the return fire from the unit they're shooting at, okay? And then you will execute in sequence the hits. So let's say all 3 of those cav units sitting up top are shot at that 13 unit. All right. And let's say they rolled, first guy rolled a cohesion check. Second guy ended up with a 7 and got a cohesion hit, cohesion check, and a strength point loss. And then the third guy rolled a 9. He got a cohesion hit, cohesion check, and 2 strength point loss. Okay. So you would execute the cohesion check first because that was what the first guy rolled. You're going to do them in sequence. All right. All right. If he fails the cohesion check, all right, he flips, obviously, after he's done his fire. Okay. And then you would go to the next guy who had a cohesion hit, cohesion check, and an SP loss. All right. Now, this is where we got a little confused about that because it's only under combined fire.
And I've got the chart here here for cohesion hits.
So it's only under, we got that retreat, but there's a special rule. And Alan, you and I were talking about, I think that's only under combined fire.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, let's just continue on. I mean, we'll get to it eventually. Hopefully Heath will come out next turn. And we'll get into real action.
What's up, Mark?
Well, no, we're trying to cover multiple units firing at one location on how they resolve their hits. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about combined fire. The thing I'm talking about is you only check it under combined fire.
So where is this, Jeff?
Right. So, okay, when you're executing when multiple units that it's not combined because they're not in the same hex. All right. So all 3 of those cav units up there, let's say that all 3 of these right here, all 3 of these right here fired at him. So all 3 of them would execute their fire.
Yep.
All right. Then he would execute his return fire. All right.
Okay.
And this unit here, he fired and he caused a cohesion check. He rolled a 2. All right. This guy here, he rolled a 7. He got a cohesion hit, cohesion check, and a strength point loss.
Okay.
This guy here, he rolled a 9.
Okay.
He got a cohesion hit, cohesion check, and 2 strength point losses. All right. Now, if you're not doing combined fire, you're going to check all these things in sequence. So here's where your punishment comes in for massive fire going into a target. So you would execute them in sequence from first firer down and by the sequence on the fire table. So cohesion check, you would execute that first. He failed it, he flipped. Okay. The next guy we said had a cohesion hit and a cohesion check and 1 strength point loss. You save the strength point loss for later. All right, you'll do them at the end. So you'll execute the die roll again for a cohesion hit. I'm sorry, you'll apply a cohesion hit. So now this guy's already disordered. You apply a cohesion hit. So now I need a marker.
So now we're looking at the cohesion and failed cohesion check summary.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, where the hell are the strength markers? Oh, here they are. I'm sorry. Let me pull one down.
Yeah, this basically replaces the second disorder.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
all
right, so that guy's already disordered. And that second guy that fired, he got a cohesion hit on him. So now, because the second disorder, he's going to lose a strength point. All right. So you got 1. We just lost 1 strength point from the brigade.
Okay.
And then, Todd, the chart says what on the second, on a disordered unit?
From fire combat retreats and accrues an SP loss.
Right. All right, now this is really going to get weird. Okay, so now these guys are retreating. All right, and he's going to, and he accrued his strength point loss. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so now you go down. He got a cohesion check. All right,
Yep.
the second unit of fire got a hit and a check.
Yep.
So you roll your dice, and this is not combined fire. He's a 5. He just took another one.
So it's from combat. He's just ordered. So you retreat and accrue another AP loss.
All right. So
SP
now
loss.
we're up to 2. And these are the rules I want to verify with Nathan.
Okay.
This. All right. Then the third unit got the same thing. Check and a hit, or hit and a check. All right. So he just got another hit. He's going to roll another check. 9. He suffers again. So now the brigade just took 4. Then you put in all your strength point losses from.
And they should be retreating some more.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. And that's what, see, this is what I want to verify because I can't see that happening.
Okay.
Those strength point losses are actually on the brigade too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now we got to add in the strength point losses they took. We know the one guy caused 1 and the other guy caused 2.
Yeah.
So 1 and then 1, 2. All right. And that marker will go with Davis.
Right. That's why I put it behind it so you can still see Davis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's probably good. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll leave it behind it.
So
All right. So you take your strength point losses, you mark it under your brigade leader. Is how you mark it. Now, if you're doing combined fire, the rule that we were talking about, when we get to it, you're not going to do multiple cohesion hits and checks. All right. And we'll because it's all coming from the same hex.
I'm going to give you a little bit more room. I got to step away for a minute, but I'm just going to give you a little bit more room to look here.
Yep.
And so it'll move wherever you guys move. So I'll be right back.
Okay. So, and all right, let's assume that that's what just happened during that phase, because the reason why I'm saying is I wanted to cover attrition before we went somewhere else. So when that whole division's activation thing is done, you have what's called attrition phase. All right. Now, 7 is usually the golden number. Okay. And if it were Archer's brigade down here, matter of fact, you know what? Let's just do that. Oh, damn it.
What are you doing?
Say Archer took 7 hits. All right. 7 strength point losses, his brigade. Now, here's the difference in attrition. All of the units in Davis's brigade are 10, 12, and 13. That 7's not going to affect them. All right. And you'll understand why here in a second. But Archer took 7. Okay. His units are 5, 4, 3, 6, and 6. Well, during the attrition phase, you have to get that strength marker below 7. And how do you do it? You route a unit. Doesn't matter what size unit you route. Okay. So let's say we want to get that below. Well, it does matter. You're going to choose yourself. But let's say we choose to take this guy here and we route him and place him on the command chart.
Which one you're pointing to? You.
I'm sorry. I keep doing that, don't I? Yeah. So let's say we choose this guy here, 3. So he would go over to the command chart as a routed unit, and then you would reduce this number, his strength. 1, 2, 3. Now you're back under 7. So every time you get over that, you hit that 7 number, like I say, with the exception of the fact that these units are all 13, 10, and 12. If you have the formations like that, which I'm hoping that the supplemental counters will take care of that. They would have to get this number. His casualty number for Davis would have to be at least 10.
Yeah, it's the lowest number within the unit. So going back up towards, oh come on now, let's move.
With 7 is the minimum.
7's the minimum, but for like the bigger brigade, going back to Davis up here, you know, the minimum on them, because they're such big brigades of 10, 13, and 12, 10 is going to be the minimum there. So he would have to accrue up to 10 strength points lost before they'd start to have to get rid of or route units. So
now, how do you recover those routed units? You go into reserve mode, and at nighttime you try to recover.
Yep.
And that's how your strength loss. So for me, I think you're still getting the same effect, and you still have brigade effectiveness stuff too, which we won't get into that night. But you got the brigade effectiveness. But so
yeah, this eliminates just to focus on the full rules. This eliminates all of those collapse markers that you have, that take up space on there. This also eliminates strength point markers underneath your units. So on Vassal, of course, it's not going to make much difference because we have unlimited stacking. But when you got a real board out there, if you're playing with a real board, and even on the smaller scenarios, you're going to have large stacks. This is going to eliminate a lot of extra counters on the stacks, but still keep the flavor of the close combat and the attrition that's occurring on these units.
Right.
So
right.
that's a good explanation there, because we probably won't get to that in the next.
Yeah. It's just, So because we won't get to attrition tonight. I mean, matter of fact, I think it was in the second turn before I even had to think about it, and it was poor freaking Davis just got pummeled once first score got up there. So.
Yep.
But there is no second disorder chart in this one here. It's we can't show it to you because Todd's not here. There's a chart on the back of the battle book. You see, it's called Cohesion Hit and Failed Cohesion Check Summary, and it's really nicely done, and it's very minimized.
Yeah, so that's basically your second disorder over there.
Right. Well. What I want to do is I want to verify, because this unit took multiple cohesion checks, and it wasn't from combined fire. Does he keep retreating on each one of those fails? I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, because he took a massive amount of casualties. He probably ran quite a ways back. So I'm wondering, I think that's a question I want to pose to Nathan.
Yeah, this is what we're just saying, Dave, is there is no second disorder. It's been shrunk down. There's another little teeny tiny chart that's on the back of the battle book that replaces that, and it's much simpler. You don't have as much thought that needs to go into it when you're doing the second disorder.
Yeah, and Randy, I don't know the answer to that question. That's why I keep my little whiteboard here. And I even do this when I'm playing regular GBAC rule, because of the return fire. You need to execute both before you apply the results. So I will say that in the GBACW full rules, that resolving the fire combat, because you're doing it piece by piece, I think that's somewhat faster. All right, but I think that the breakdown on how you do fire, how you determine the results, and the die roll monitors, I think this one is a lot easier. And I'm telling you guys that once, like I say, if you've been playing the full rules, once you spin this up for a couple of turns, couple of moves, a couple of fires, you're going to find you're not missing the beat, just like you were in the big rules when it comes to fire combat. Like I said, the only thing I need to get answered is that I want to get that multiple retreats from multiple cohesion checks.
Sure. So let me bring McMurray on board with this in terms of what he did, just limited rule stuff and things like that. I mean, how simple, difficult, did you find it to, do those combats? Pretty straightforward once you get going, or?
The combats were simple. You guys lost me at the attrition and all that stuff, but yeah.
Well, we're throwing you right into the deep end, with this, while we're kind of learning it here too. So, hopefully it'll be easy. Take it in small chunks and still comes out there. I mean, it's simpler rules, I will say, but it's not going to be, something that's easily digest. You gotta experience it and play it.
Makes sense.
Quite a bit. So, but you can see we got through. The biggest point, I guess, coming out of this is we're getting through a lot of the combat much quicker than we would if we were playing the full rules.
Having watched Jeff play those, I would.
Yeah. And Nordic's asking, you never played the full one. You were looking for the simple stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Okay. So, hopefully people are seeing some of this and how it plays out. Again, we're diving into this, so we're just like everybody else, kind of opening the box here for the first time on these, and we're trying to get into them. Jeff's done a lot this week. He's gone deep end, and he's been swimming under these simple rules for the past week, so he knows the most on it. But I started a little bit more diving in today with it, and started a little bit, but I'm taking it slow and easy, just like I would with any game, just to see how it plays. So I don't see me giving up the full rules completely, but I do see, as Jeff says, a big 3-dog game, or a big dead of winter game, as I saw Nordic mention. I might use those rules to play a full 2 days, 3 days, whatever battle it is, for those larger games.
I don't know. I've not met anybody other than I think some guys that played in a group one time, and it took them 6 months to play the full 3-dog. I've never got through more than halfway through the second day, and that was just, unless you want to just quit life and sit in front of your game table for 24 hours a day. All right. I mean, I think this is the option. You're still going to have chit draws. Okay. You're still going to have activations. And I can imagine by 1700 on July 2nd, you're going to have quite a few activations that have to be done. But here's the difference. No four-man activations. Can't go above 3. All right. Yeah. And you're moving the entire division at one time.
Yeah.
So that right there is okay. So that's a great simplification of the rules to do that. There is no opportunity or approach fire while a unit's moving in.
Yeah.
It's all conducted in a phase, and you go right down the line, left to right or right to left, whatever, doing your shooting and doing your return fire. You execute the results. I think the trickiest part of fire combat is, and like I said, I want to get some more clarification on it. I'm doing it the way I read it. Execute all your cohesion checks and hits first. I think it's hits and then checks first. And you do all of that, then you execute your strength point losses. So, I mean, it's quite possible that brigade right there suffered 350 casualties in a freaking 20-minute firefight.
Oh, yeah. I could see this simulating, Iverson's debacle, right in this area, where he basically got massacred by the 2nd Brigade of the 1st Corps, or the 2nd Division of the 1st Corps, up there very easily. Which you could do the same thing within the full rules as well, but much simpler execution on there as well. The other thing that I noted, and I haven't played this yet, but I noted within the rules, is that your disorder effects they will linger longer for you, because there's no rallying in front of enemy units anymore. So you could do that before, but you can't do that now. So it's a little bit trickier to get those disordered units back in good order, in the face of the enemy. Also, too, if they're out of command, you cannot rally as well, which is an important piece, because a lot of times you'd run them back behind and just leave them back there and keep rallying. But no, you got to keep them in command. So that's going to make it a little tougher, particularly when things are heating up on the battle. So
I like I said, I think like fatigue is gone. You have to worry about fatigue, but you're using the route rule for casualty loss, so to speak, routing a unit off, which I don't know. I like the strength tracking on this. And you're right, in Vassal, it's just increase or decrease your marker. All right. But it's nice to say, oh God, where does this brigade stand? And all I do is look down at the leader and see what the strength marker is on that leader. And then just simply look to see how many of them are disordered. I like that. There's no collapse. You don't have to worry about collapse in this game here. I like the movement to combat and the regular movement. I love the march order sequence. I mean, I don't know, I mean, how much simplification you can do to the efficiency and activations other than they reduced it one and they took Corps and Army leaders effect other than positive effects. They took it out of the game. They took the brigade coordination out of the game because in effect, if you think about it, you're actually doing a division coordination right off the bat. Everybody's moving at one time. I think that movement alone without interruption speeds up the play immensely.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
just going right down the list of fire. Granted, you're still doing the same thing in the bigger rule set, but you're doing it after every brigade.
Yeah.
So, and also too, you're conducting fire, with each unit that's in attack.
Yeah.
As they individually. So that's going to slow you down too when just going right down the list is just much easier. Going right down the list left to right is just that much easier. But I mean, there you go. That's we've been going 2 hours, a little over 2.5 almost 2 hours.
Yep.
You've all I can say to you guys is look, all right, so we have a 1-up because we've already got it. We already have the test play stuff, and there's some other test players out there. And I've seen a couple of emails that have been sent back and a couple of notes from people that I don't see anybody complaining. I love, the detailed stuff. And I would say it again. I didn't think I was ever going to touch this. I swore I wasn't going to touch this. And I got news for you. I'm going to use this rule system. And if not for one reason, to get to a damn full game. I'm the bachelor, got my own place, and I got a big table that I can play all the GBACW games will fit on that table in full force. Yeah, I don't want to have to leave something up anymore for 6, 7, 8 months and play through half of it and realize I got to take this down. So
yeah, and I think this will flow with the big games as you said, and there's a lot of big games coming out and coming forward. So if you're looking for that type of detail, I think the simple rules are going to help with that. I look down the road, not only Three Dog Deluxe, which we're looking at right here, which is big as we all know, because we know how 3 days worth of battles with the Army of Potomac and Army of Northern Virginia. But we're also looking at some other ones coming down with, Gleam of Bayonets 2 coming out in the future, and more sooner than that is probably Stepping into Hell, which that's going to be, very interesting, as well as retrofitting Into the Woods and Death Valley there as well. So, the stuff going to be there that I think you could play the larger ones like 3rd Winchester and Cedar Creek and other things like that may be a little bit better, because I've played 3rd Winchester and yeah, that was a month worth of plays to get that all done, which would be nice to get it, in a weekend or a couple weekends instead of it. So,
hey, Bill, I think I know they're not configured for that, but I'm picturing the old like Terrible Swift Sword in my head, and maybe because the strength numbers are different, because it's 1 to 100 in the old systems. I mean, you may have to make a couple modifications, but just generally thinking of the game in my head, I don't see why you couldn't. So
maybe that's something we do sometime in the distant future.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I think I want to do next is I think I'm gonna put my campaign on check, and I'm gonna maybe spin up. I think they have the Longstreet second day scenario.
Yeah.
And play that to see what kind of result and how the forces move or get pushed back and forth.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at, but I needed the master reinforcements.
Right. Yeah. And we got those today.
Yeah.
See, Joe, I'm not gonna lie to you, Joe. I think there's going to be a lot of people out there who have seen these games and have said, "Man, those are freaking awesome." They're going to be fun. And then they see the 64-page rule book or 40-some page rule book, like, nope. I honestly believe there are more people out there that don't play the system because of the rules than there are people that do play it. Because it's think about it. I mean, most people today, I get on YouTube and I'll scan around to see who's playing games and doing their reviews. People are playing lighter games.
It you know, who knows too. You know, one thing that could be interesting. I mean, I see what Nordic's saying. He likes the march rules on there. Hey, who's to say you don't pick and choose from each and, you know, play how you want to play? You know, if there's some good stuff that you thought, hey, oh, wait a minute, this might work good retrofitted with the full version. Why not? I do that all the time. I'll cut and paste if I'm playing my own stuff and use it there. So, you know, take a look at it and, you know, see what you can do with it, and particularly that they're you know, supporting it, which is good. You know, it's not just kind of like, oh, here you go, guys, you know, have fun. They're actually supporting it very well with it. So
well, and let me tell you something. Here's a good example of why I think this system works. McMurray's never touched something like this. I mean, Murray, I'd say what, Blind Swords is probably the heaviest. No, well, that or a Most Fearful Sacrifice. Probably Blind Swords is the heaviest you've ever gone, right?
Blind Swords is a little more granular than Most Fearful Sacrifice when it comes down to it.
And he jumped right in on this with, you know, after just, you know, a couple of minutes of saying no, 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 yes, 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 and boom, he figured out the fire chart on his own pretty much and how that works. I'd say the biggest thing you got to think through, and like I said, I still want to get some more clarification on it. I'm going to pose an email about that tonight, and Camp, I'll probably copy you on that one too. So I want to comprehend the multiple cohesion stuff, which, and like I say, thinking about it now, I could see how that unit could retreat 2 or 3 hexes because they just suffered massive firepower, and the odds are they're probably going to run a little farther.
right.
So maybe that is configured. I know Nathan has put a lot into this. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, I had 5 nights of playing it and reviewing it with him. I know you're going to see Camp and I playing some of this. It's going to happen. Might be a little while because I know we're both trying to muddle through this stuff and figure it out. But and if those of you out there are doing any test playing, you know, hey, send us some communication with what you're doing. Let us know how it's working. But I think that if you can bring, and you know, you guys are sitting here talking about, well, what if I move this rule over into the big system? Okay. So I know a lot of people, and I've heard the discussion about how great battles of history, simple great battles of history, there's no melding. You're not going from simple to full. It's just not going to happen. Achilles, buddy, how you doing? So this one here sounds to me, just listening to you guys talk about, oh, I'll take this from, sounds to me like you can in this system. You're just going to take away moving the entire division and, you know, just moving it 1 brigade at a time and executing everything with that. So I think this could be a good pull for people that have been afraid to play the game, to bring them in, to get them playing it. And if they decide they want to go full bore, hey, super. But I'm just not gonna lie to you. I just know that the next few that I spin off of this thing here, it might be the whole year. I might not touch the full rules for this whole year, trying to get used to, you know, seeing how it's going. But like I say, I want to complete something. So maybe I'll take that scenario and try to play that scenario all the way through and see how that comes out. And then come back to the campaign. But I mean, come on, we've got the Death Valley box. Were the expansions part of that too? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are.
Into the Woods, that'd be a great one, I think, to apply this to because of all the special rules. I can't wait to see that battle book. We've got the Death Valley battle book, we've got By Swords and Bayonets, and we got the 3 Dog.
Yep.
So the Twin Peaks and Into the Woods we don't have.
Yeah, that'll probably be and Dead of Winter.
Right.
They're gonna do Dead of Winter.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I gotta look, but I'll look there. Wardrobe. I was just thinking about your opinion. You kind of walked away for a minute there. I know you had to, but your thoughts. I mean, you've played. You know, you're relatively new. You're seeing this new stuff. You've played the old stuff a little bit. Thoughts, ideas?
Oh no, I mean it's pretty good. I want to sit down with the rules. Like I want to sit down with the rules by myself and kind of try to work through it because there's a lot of things I'm not totally comfortable with. Some of the like setting up the scenarios and stuff. I'm like, wait, what are they talking about? Where is this happening? And like the multiple AMs, and I'm not sure what pieces and stuff all belong to what. So there's some confusion there, but I like while I'm seeing it all move. Like it's gonna, yeah. I'm already excited. I'm excited about it. I bought the thing. I'm ready to
go.
The pack for the other games. I got this. You said this shipped to me.
Oh yeah, Twin
Look at
Peaks.
that. I don't know if you noticed.
In shrink.
In
Very
shrink. Nice. So
yeah, that's a good one. Cedar Mountain is a nice small.
Jeff, look what came in.
Mountain.
I mean, this tells you that because I would not have bought this.
Oh,
Yeah.
still, that one came from Clay?
Yep.
Still in shrink wrap. He's having a fire sale.
I mean, that should tell you enough about that how excited I am about it. Because I wasn't going to buy those battles. I was like, I'm good with Death Valley, and I keep looking at 4 other people, and Three Dog and Death Valley, and buy Sword and Bayonets because I have it.
Yeah.
But really, those 2 because I've been to the places and that was cool. But
Yeah.
now I'm like, no, man, let's do these others too.
Yeah, Cedar Mountain is that's a good one. That's a smaller one too, more like a Death Valley type size. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we're all buying Clay's games. Like I said, so I before I do final judgment, although I guess I kind of have, but I want to go through this on my own and be able to do it on my own.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're all still doing that, but I mean,
Let me ask you this. And actually, this is probably more appropriate for McMurray to answer this question. But I mean, I guess Todd, you could too. But Todd, you have a lot of experience doing this. So, Andrew, do you think just after this? Okay, so first off, I messaged everybody last night, and I'm going to tell the whole world that major events in history that occur. I was privy and witness to one last night, and that was McMurray playing a game on Vassal by himself. All right. I'm just super freaking awesomed out about. Andrew, do you think, keeping Vassal in mind, and do you think you could, with just the very basics that you touched tonight for movement and fire, that you could sit down yourself and spin this through Vassal and play it?
I don't know about the entire campaign game, but probably some of the scenarios, yeah.
Well, I mean, rules wise, no matter what you.
Oh, yeah, probably. Hopefully, I need to get my hands on like the rule book. But yeah, probably. I don't know why I wouldn't, to be honest with you. It certainly might be entertaining to play with you or Toddy or somebody. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I could certainly see myself playing like.
Given what you guys did with Most Fearful Sacrifice, I'd be interested to see what you could do with this one.
Yeah, that would be pretty wild to play the whole.
Well, we should do that this year because it came out in summer 2025, so we should have plenty of time to get familiar and get it on the table and play it.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Be here in June, July.
I mean, your Most Fearful Sacrifice was great because you played it out. You went all over the place and did everything.
We did. So, I would enjoy that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, let's see if we can, be a terrible leader for the Revs like we were then.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, Dave, you are right, Dave.
Hopefully we can get past Seminary Ridge.
As the Confederates?
Anybody other than AP Hill.
You were on Culp's Hill.
Yeah, like I said, with anybody other than AP Hill, who then just kind of got taken apart piece by piece through concentrated artillery fire on Culp's Hill, which was a little embarrassing, to be honest with you. Because, I mean, we did. AP Hill took Cemetery Hill, too.
Yep.
And then, Union artillery trains were like, oh, we don't even have to go that far. Cool. Let's just shoot the shit out of these guys.
Yeah, I had the same problem. I took Cemetery Hill and got run off it.
Yeah, like
yeah, no, it's I'm excited. Just some things to kind of grasp around.
Well, yeah, but do you think you could roll with this? I mean, does it still seem daunting compared to the full rules, or
no? Because there's all those little exceptions and all the little things are out of it, but yet you got the detail of the units and they've done a great job of summing them up, and you still get some really cool effects, and just like that. There's some questions here, and that's why I want to to help him, I want to be, as a new player, read it and be like, I don't understand what you're saying here.
Yeah, can somebody send me a copy of the rules?
You
Yeah.
got them.
Yeah,
No,
we'll get
so I
started.
don't know what I do. I have that, or I'm just really, really bad at this. I got the
Well, the email that came with all the Vassal mod and everything. Wait a minute, did he get this? Did McMurray get the second one?
No,
I don't know. I don't. He
Oh,
may not have.
Yeah, that.
I
Well,
got
yeah, but in
the,
the first one, the rules were part of the first one too.
so I have errata. I have the simple version, which is the whatchamacallit,
Battle book.
the sheets, and then I have the battle book.
No, what is
Okay,
it?
I just found that email. So, yeah, there's the
Oh, so
one
you don't,
before that.
you don't have the D3D Simple Rules Proof 12 Final.
No.
Okay.
Yep. Cool.
So, yeah. So don't, guys, don't, those of y'all are getting it, get it, first off, the simple rules will get posted
Yeah.
for free. I wouldn't doubt if it would be too much longer for you to see that. I think that these test plays he's sending out. I think I don't know whether maybe he's waiting to see what the response is from all the test players looking at the core rules before they post them for free. But with 3-Dog already in print or being printed, you got to think that that's not going to change because that rule book's going to be in there already. So, and then I think that the price on the add-on pack to bump your other games into simple rules, I think that all the shit that's in that box, that price is also extremely good. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, my opinion on that is that I had Death Valley sitting here and I was not going to play that unless, I played with one of you guys, which is fine and great. But like McMurray and I'm not going to play that game. I don't have any other local GBACW players that could teach me that. So it wasn't going to get played. By adding that extension, I now have a new game on my shelf that I can play.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, I'll never part with those. It's like same with this line of battle. The only reason I haven't sent all of those fucking boxes to pardon my French to Noble Knight is because I want to see these new rules.
Right. And
we can correct that too. We can get you going on this, Todd. We can get some games in there.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I'm good. I'm going to stick with simple.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a perfect. You and McMurray are both perfect examples of what this system, what it will do. Can it bring people in? Because you were going to do. I mean, you tried it, you touched it, but it was.
I mean, that's why I did. That's why I went in and out into the woods twice because I sat down and was like, what the blank. But now, guess what I need again? That. So I gotta find.
Yeah, and you guys keep checking in because we'll start putting some video up here soon. I'm sure Al and I will go head to head. Maybe we get Todd McMurray and where we're just playing and not really discussing because it come on, it's still new to us. Tonight was look, whenever you're trying to stream something that you're learning, it's a fucking merry-go-round. That's just all there's to it.
Yeah, and it looks painful. And if you're watching, like, what the heck? It's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't take our play tonight as an example of.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, I guarantee you, it's a different story if we're all dabbling in the rules and we're sitting down soloing it on Vassal ourselves. I'll guarantee you that the motions you go through are probably a lot smoother because it's yourself.
Right.
I mean, if it was one of us playing against one of the other ones, it would probably go a lot smoother because we're not going to be sitting here talking to each other about, oh wait, can I do all this? It's granted you're going to have some because you're helping each other out with learning the game. But here, I'll put it to you this way: I will be more fluid with this game faster than I was fluid, which I'm still not. You're never going to be fluid with full GBACW. I don't care who you are, but way, way, way much faster with this, and I'll be a lot more fluid with this faster than the other system. There's no doubt. You guys haven't seen the rule book, and come on, guys, it's like SCS. with maybe a couple extra pages. What do we got? 16? And the last page, the last 2 pages are pretty much optional.
They will, Ray. Well, I think where it gets a little, so when I was looking at some of those other rules, you start adding the scenario rules and some of that stuff, that starts to, add a little bit of depth to it. It would be kind of nice. And I know that's what, well, maybe, I guess that's, but by Sword and Bayonet, it's going to be a little bit of that. Just a little bit of simpler, small,
Well, the other thing that, like I said, when we had Nathan on, which I applauded him, they're putting in the Rutherford Farm map.
Oh, that's right.
That one, I still will preach from the highest mountain. That'll say that is the best one to start with. Low counter density, not many special rules, and you can just learn the core rules right there, whether it be full or simple. It hands down is the best. So I would start with something like that, particularly with the Death Valley stuff, because there's much smaller scenarios in there. Kernstown, I think, Todd, you'd mentioned wanting to play, and even some of the other ones are nice and simple.
That's what I started today, Kernstown. I started first Kernstown with the simple rules.
That's the first one I was going to try.
Yep. All of them.
Play the race to the wall scenario though, Todd. Don't play the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, play the shorter one.
Oh, the race to the wall is the shorter one.
Yeah.
Yep.
What? And you played in Vassal?
Yeah, started it. I played the first few things.
All right.
So
all right, cool.
That was good. And yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't think you can go wrong. I mean, look, even if you don't, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say pass up on the. I mean, I'm wondering too with the update kit if that's going to be something that maybe will remain in stock a lot longer than a game would. You would almost think it would give people a chance to look at the rules and pick it apart to say no, there's too much taken out, or no, this will work.
I think we need to start changing the narrative from comparing the two and just like, this is its own thing. It's got the basic, and when you could move from this to that, but comparisons are over. It's its own thing.
Yep.
Good. That's good. That's a good way to think about it. We want more people into the system.
Yeah. And if you have the games, I guarantee there's 1 million boxes of GBACW sitting on people's shelves because it's too freaking hard to go into and to do it. And it's not worth it. So they buy Blind Sword. Man, by the $50, you just gained games you'll play on your shelf.
Well, and truthfully too, guys, if you get the terrain charts and stuff and the fire tables, I don't think you need to have the additional counter stuff. I mean, because you can still play the artillery. You just fire them separately. Look at the Confederate. There's no way in getting the Confederate artillery you can't combine them because they have 2 guns, 6-gun batteries with 2 guns of all different types.
Right.
So unless you're just going to consolidate that, then I think you probably take too much out of the game if you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like we don't need to talk about there. I do want to mention something to you, but we'll do it offline here. So, all right.
No problem. I had a thought and I forgot it.
You're getting old.
I am.
I get up in the morning and have to. Thank God I have a little thing on my nightstand that has my name on it.
Too many new simple rules in my mind. That's why I can't.
As I said,
not enough space up here anymore.
He doesn't know how we do it.
Well, we don't. We just do it.
We pretend to.
That's why we play with more people, so we can yell at each other and say, "No, dumb."
I don't mind. At least we're spreading the. But I made that comment to Mark the other night that and I told those guys on the command post, I said, my 2026 game potential list is pretty much out the door already because I can see where I'm going. I will continue with the squad leader stuff. But I tell you, man, outside of that, it might be an ACW year from top to bottom. Especially if line of battle pops with new rules and they're good.
Yeah.
Put that in the mix. Field commander, blind swords. I don't know if we would see Black Swan Antietam this year. Who knows? the Blind
Oh,
Soul
yeah.
stuff, the Army of the Potomac stuff, and I still haven't touched the Rebel Fury box.
Yep.
I think I'm spent for the whole year. And then once golf gets in here, forget it.
Yep.
Forget it. And I'm thinking about joining a second golf course this year. Oh God.
Yeah, we'll never see him. March to October, he's gone.
Now
So-
we'll just strap a laptop onto his golf bag so he can play Vassal. Now he knows how to play Vassal. He's going to do all the big games on there. So you could be out on the golf course while you're waiting for somebody else to hit and, play a turn.
Yeah. Take a tab with me. Rollo, give us some time because these guys are now just getting ready. They're going to start getting into it. I don't know. Ross, I don't know if he's going to or not. I would like to think he is because I know he did like it when we did the thing with Nathan. It changed his mind a little bit, but you'll get some more Adams. Plus, there's some more play testers out there. And Nathan has told us we can shoot video. I mean, come on, we just did this. So we'll get some stuff out there and then try to find out, what other things could be done.
Yeah, Rollo, do you mean in this game or do you mean other games to streamline? Just curious.
Me or Rollo?
Rollo.
Yeah.
I didn't know if Rollo was talking about this game or even other games that should be
Oh
streamed.
yeah, good question. That's very good.
And I'm actually slow right now because I'm still in the midst of remodeling the game room. So once I get that done,
What's the plan?
rolling.
What do you think the plan will be on that?
Well, I've finally putting in a floor out there, and I'm redoing some shelving and stuff like that. And I got some other ideas that'll help streamline the physical game, so I can video them and play them and everything else
Gotcha.
without the mess that I had there before.
Yep. Yeah, Rollo. So I can't answer that question because I don't know the full game enough. But
This one, you say this one. Nordan, the GC, you'll be seeing. Would you all say April, Todd? You and Ross?
yeah, so Ross and I are playing a game together with two other guys in April, GCACW here in St. Louis area, and we are going to have to get together. And it sounds like the only night they can do it is Saturday. So I'm not sure how we're going to handle this, but we're going to be playing the Chickamauga campaign in April, but we'll get together and play a couple, make sure we're all on the same page with basic rules and all that stuff. So a campaign game that'll go 4 days. So that'll be cool. 4 play.
And that's only if Ross doesn't send all his GCACW to Noble Knight in exchange for OST.
He's not going to do that.
I will be interested to see it. So if you do it on Saturday night, and if you don't mind showing it, I'd love to watch because that Chattanooga or the Chickamauga campaign is
Battle above the clouds, Nordic.
CC. Yeah, it's
Hey,
I don't know if I could. I think that this field commander Robbie Lee, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to counter what I'm going to say with what I'm going to follow it up with, is I really don't know if I want to learn another new game system this year. I really don't. Now that being said,
Except for Flying Color.
oh yeah, well yeah, and I told you Mark Herman's going to send me his copy. So
Yep.
I did see MMP announcing their new system. Operational wargaming system or something like that.
what?
Yep, I saw the thing on Facebook
What?
today.
What's
did they
like?
announce it at the
Yes.
winter?
I don't know. I just saw it. I saw one of my buddies, Pete Madoff. He commented on it and asking about what can we see? How can we see more? And it's coming. You'll see a lot more. So
Okay.
what I'm wondering is, are they trying to simplify OCS? Makes me curious.
We'll see.
I got to get to winter defensive man.
Oh, to the yeah. That's
They
going
were
on right
streaming
now.
squad leader this morning.
Yeah.
That's over in Bowie, Maryland. That's not that
Louis,
far.
Maryland. Yep.
But in this
Oh, for
weather,
you, what? Just the other side of DC for you.
yeah. I don't like going around DC and around Baltimore anymore. That's been years since I've done that.
Actually, for me
the circle in
coming down
Gettysburg can drive me up the wall.
coming down that way, I just go through Delaware and go through the Eastern Shore. Heck of a lot easier.
Got there and played baseball tournaments with my traveling team years back.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Do you count game systems you have played in the past but haven't played in a few years. No, I mean, like I can pick up any one of the original GBACWs and play them, and don't have to scratch my head too much because I mean they were very, very fundamentally basic games. Now, squad leader starter kit, yeah, I have to keep the rules. But you know what? I watched Rob spotting round. He still has to go and bounce rules. You know, so there's some systems you're just not going to get GBACW full rule set. You're not going to bounce. I don't care who you are. You're not, unless you've got a computer chip built in your head. So,
Yeah.
yep, crossing the BCS, Market Garden. Looking forward to those. I love BCS. So,
Yeah, I don't see what you're talking about, Jeff. You're gonna have to find that and tell me.
crossing the MERS. They were tagging. I should have saved. I don't know if it's on the MMP site or not on their Facebook page. Whatever it was at the winter thing that they were.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on their Facebook page. Okay.
Maybe it was just in, I don't know, maybe, oh, here, you're right here. Let's see. Oh, they got a new SCS game coming out. They're working on.
Where are you
Kharkov.
seeing this?
What is it?
Kharkov, Operation Star, and Operation Gallop, and Manstein's Backhand Blow.
Oh, baby.
That's SCS, all East Front too. Baby.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, those two BCS games are very interesting to me.
Well, yeah, but you were the one that informed me about the Market Garden one.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything about this new system you're talking about, so you have to find it.
And what's his name? Gilbert Collins has got his Antietam off of Mark Renella's system. Looks like he's getting ready to push that across here soon.
What is area movement? Area.
Oh, that's
area movement. But Renella's, I've got his area movement somewhere. They're not too bad. They're not too bad at all. Where is this?
No, I was going to say, yeah, I know of that. I know his new stuff, is pretty good too. That he's doing with the kind of siege games.
Here we go. Here we go, Todd. Let me see if I can. I thought I sent it to you, but maybe I didn't. It's on Eastern Front War Games. It's on Kev. Anthony Burkett posted.
Oh,
Operational Warfare System.
Oh, I thought that was him playing.
Oh, no, you were talking about the BCS France one.
No, but I thought the Burkett, or however you say his name, was doing his game that's on from Decision Games. Is that not that?
No, he does those Eastern Battles.
East Front Series, yeah, whatever it's called.
ILAO 1807, the Sound of Drums one, Arthur.
I gotta bop out, guys.
All right, we'll see you, Andrew.
Help it out. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye, buddy.
See you later.
Come on.
Bye.
Let me see. Oh, somebody's selling 5 swords and bayonets for $44. Oh, here we go. The breaking point.
I haven't played that yet.
Battalion Combat System. Here you go. Let me send that one to you guys. There it is. It's in its demo mode right now. France and Belgium, 1940.
Oh yeah, that looks good, baby.
That could be very interesting. That
It's called
enticing.
the breaking point. That's BCS, and the other system is Operational Warfare System.
Interesting.
Let's see if I got you on here, buddy. I do, Nordic. There's the BCS one, buddy. Yeah, it is. BCS is the great system. That's okay. So I'm bumping heads right now between that and the newest Victory in the West stuff. So
Yeah, so this is the
that's the Highway to the Reich one, isn't it?
no, this is BCS.
That looks like Highway to the Reich. What's the town at the bottom?
This is BCS's Market Garden game.
Yeah, it's the Mark Highway. Yeah, I'm not Highway to the Reich. I'm Mark. Yeah.
Eindhoven, Nijmegen, Arnhem. Yeah. All he had was this kind of pre. Yeah.
The other one I sent you is the France 41. So.
And then here's France. Hennet. Oh. I'm excited about. Look at that. Oh, baby.
That looks like Blitzkrieg Legend almost, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that's
Which-
France. Look at that. Oh,
That's the
Wow.
whole front. I wonder if there's got to be more maps going off of that.
Well, it looks like the
This is
table goes
basically
down
around
towards the bottom of the picture.
this,
I've never played a market garden game that I've been successful with the Allies. Never been able to do it. The SS is just too much. Damn, oh man. That's going to be a freaking riot. Please don't put that up for pre-order like right now, because I got too much. I have very minimal actually on pre-order, but I got a lot to think about. So, all right, Sound of Drums. Arthur, I keep thinking about that, and if I could find one, I could steal a copy somewhere. I'd probably look at that. So, which tri-pack do you have in mind, Ray? Men of Iron?
probably the boar. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
probably any of them.
Yeah. Nor that you got mine, right? Yeah. Okay.
If I play boar, it'll be with Rich here. He's got it and he likes it, I think. So.
I wasn't interested. I took a look at it, set it up, messed around. I was like, no, not me. It's like the Gringo. I tried to play one of the Gringo GBACW games. I did not like that at all. Did not like it at all. It was, I don't know why, but it was confusing for me.
Yeah, the Mexicans are a little difficult to
wrangle.
Yeah, just wrap your mind around. Well, and the U.S. command structure at the time.
Hope Ross is feeling better. He said he was feeling kind of ill.
Yeah, I saw that. Ross is not.
Well, guys, I mean, I hope this was at least somewhat useful tonight. I mean, like I said, I know we were just badgering around a little bit, little dog and pony stuff going on, but
yep.
It's a start. We're getting started, and I hope it did something for you all, and hope that the next time you see us doing any of this stuff live, we're actually pushing against each other, because I think that's going to flow a lot. Or if any one of us shoots some individual video and goes there. Todd's notorious for good, quick shorts on stuff. Alan's good for playthroughs and discussing his playthroughs, and I'm good for blasting through a playthrough and just covering what happened. Yeah. So you can get all three of them. You can get all three versions if you want, if we get all three of us doing it. And who knows what we might get now with McMurray. I think it was. I wish y'all could have been on Facebook last night when he started that up, Vassal, and I said, you know what? He said, what about the Avalon Hill game? I said, well, they're sure they got them. I know they do. Go see if you can find your Battle of the Bulge or something, because you already know those rules. You can play it. And he goes, oh. And then he got it. He loaded it, and he was still looking at the Vassal library. He goes, oh, no. We're going to play this one. And then, boom, he popped it up on the screen and started setting up all the pieces for Wart C or whatever it was. Played. And he was just, this is freaking great. Dude, this is awesome, man. And he had it up on his big old TV screen hanging off the wall, and I was looking at his socks, of course, till I told him to share his screen.
Yep, all good stuff.
Yeah. Well,
and I think once we get into a little bit more of the simple rules and start feeling comfortable with them, and we can concentrate on the tactic, it's going to really flow at that point when we're not thinking about the actual combat and just doing that so everybody sees it, but getting a narrative going of what the battle is like. That's going to be the big difference. Yeah,
and I think that's why I want to switch and play a scenario to see if I can. And I mean, obviously Longstreet's attack on the second is one of the big ones to get after. I mean, I wonder if you could apply. Well, I mean, you got to assume that Gleam 2 is going to have. I mean, he said everything going forward is going to have simple rules in it. So.
Yep, that's what he said.
So.
Yep. It will, and I could tell you with firsthand knowledge, it's going to benefit from it with some of the smaller, tougher scenarios. Everybody think about Antietam and think about the northern half, the cornfield, the Westwoods, Eastwoods, Sunken Road. There's going to be individual scenarios for all of that. And, there's a lot of counters, a lot of AMs, and to resolve stuff quickly, is going to make those really shine. So it's going to be very interesting.
Cornfield
And yes,
will-
Lord, I do have you in mind. I just, like I said, I got some stuff that's holding me up right now, but we'll be there eventually.
Yep. You still count on us on Thursdays and Saturdays for the most part doing something. I figure
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to wrap up the 2 we're playing here shortly.
Yep.
I'm giving it maybe a month and we should be done with both of them at worst.
Yeah. Well, I'm hopeful we'll get another turn done, a couple turns done with Army of Potomac.
And we'll take a different approach to that one this
Yeah.
time.
That was a good one. If anybody didn't hear it, we had a special guest on last week, and that made it even better.
He's got to
Odie
be.
got a lot of play done.
He's definitely the most exciting developer. I mean, he is so. I mean, I know all the guys that create games. They like their games. So they wouldn't create them if they did.
Yeah.
But I've never. That dude's so pumped up, and he gives you energy, man.
Well,
And he loves
him.
talking about it.
I think it's all in the name too, because I think him and Herman Luttman. You talk with them, and Herman's just so down to earth, and he's into the games, but not as pumped as Mark. But definitely excited about it. So both those guys are good developers, designers, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah, good stuff. And I don't even know what he's. What else? He said he was working on something else. What? Well, I know he's going to be working on the follow-ups to Army of Potomac, but he's got something else he was.
Well, I mean, he's got eventually, the Ancients one there, the Thunderbolt is coming out.
Is that his game?
Yeah.
I did not know. That's the first time I've heard that was it, and I've asked about it.
Yeah. No, that's his game. Yeah. That's his stuff. So that's coming out too. That's probably going to hit the same time as Potomac. So he's got some. Yeah, I was just looking through my. I was thinking about that after we got off the last game. I went up and I'm heading to bed. I'm looking at the bookcase with all the games in it. I'm like, I could probably, Mark Herman. Of all the ones that are sitting on the immediate shelves, not to mention all the old SPI stuff. He's got his name in there someplace.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and he always talks about he's the original GBACW game creator with Lee versus Grant. So, and that's still a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll believe it when I see it, Nord. And when you say hitting your table, that better mean playing it, not just throwing it on your table. I want to see you haven't posted any playthroughs. You need to post something. I haven't seen one of your little Facebook posts in a while now.
Oh, this has been a while.
Yeah,
That's right. I used to post that a lot.
You need to quit fucking browsing the internet for Korean camping girls and play some damn war games.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I got 2 more things at Taco Bell that got delivered late that I want to eat, and
Yep, I got a couple questions for you guys. So
Yep, it's about that hour.
all right. Thank y'all. Thank the crowd tonight, guys. We were never below 30.
yeah, I
Never.
really
We
appreciate
were
the
up at
crowd.
50 something for a little while there. I appreciate this. I hope you got to tell us, hey, guys, you're doing this wrong. Can you please do this? Let us know.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, my email's posted on the YouTube page where you can email me if you want to send me something, and tips, tricks, negatives, positives, whatever. We appreciate the help. I mean, this is one of the reasons we got all this group together, so we have people to do things with. We can rotate around stuff. We can do shows on different things, and to me, it's working. We've been at it now for what 4 or 5 months now, I guess.
Mhm.
Pretty much,
Something
pretty
like that.
stable, pretty solid. We've mixed it up a little bit, and yeah, I know Casca and buddy, you don't know how bad I feel about that, but okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I haven't posted it yet because I'm waiting to hear from Kev Sharp. We're gonna do a paint show on the 21st. Me and Todd Lee, and probably have McMurray on. And if Alan and Ross come on, that's cool too. But we're gonna talk about some of the stuff with speed paints and uniforms. I just haven't posted the stream yet because I'm waiting on something. So, and
Thanks,
as soon as I verify that, I'll put that up there. I will tell you this: I did another new little trick tonight. So I've been painting these British infantry, and I've done Vallejo. I've done straight speed paint over white. I've used the historicals from Fanatics War Paints, and right now of the three, those have turned out the best. But today, I decided to go gray primer, speed paint base the uniform, and historicals over the webbing and stuff like that, and that's looking pretty good too. So
That is a good way of doing it.
but we're gonna do that. Todd and I are gonna do it. He's gonna try to match colors up with uniforms, and yeah, maybe we'll have the Flames of War stuff or those old books, and we'll talk about color matches. And like I say, we're not worried about, oh no, Todd, that's a shade too light. Something in the ballpark. So
hey, maybe so, Nordic, but I get stuff painted. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Just like these simple rules.
thank you all. Let us
Thanks
know what
all.
you think. If you want us to do some more of this stuff, let us know. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a great night. And those of y'all that are getting snowed on, if you're in the South, I'm sorry. Maybe that's why William's not on. I haven't seen him on here tonight because he lives in North Carolina.
Oh,
So,
yeah, they're getting pounded.
getting pasted. All right. Talk to y'all later. See you.
All right.